Good evening, everyone. Hope we're all going well. Back for another watch-along. What have we got in the chat already? We've got a few people in the chat already. If you are tuning straight away, make sure you smash a like on the video. We've already got 6 people already done. Appreciate that. Obviously, we want 100 already if you can. So, if you haven't smashed a like, make sure you do. What have we got here? Fast break friends. Good evening, Bales. Captain Ash or Whitfield in draft? Ooh, Whitfield for me. I think Whitfield's still got the high ceiling, so I'd be going for him, I reckon. Out of them. What are your captaincy plans with Smith out? With Smith out, I end up changing. So, as I had Dacos as my number 3, I just went to Cherry VC into Dacos, which I was very tempted to do that anyway, but obviously with Baz being out, made it pretty easy to do that. So, late VC on Holmes. How good, says Grover. Oh, congrats, Grover. Well done, mate. That's massive VC. Very well done. I honestly didn't even think about it, to be honest. I just thought, he doesn't have a ceiling. But, no, congrats. You got that ceiling saw. Very, very nicely done. Max Bossom. I put down notes at the start of the year and told myself I'd get Holmes at round 11 and still don't have him. Big mistake. Yeah, he was amazing today. It probably helped with, obviously, Baz being out, but he was fantastic. I posted on Twitter, I don't know if anyone saw it, but I posted before and just said that he was on the bench for a couple minutes. Then he came back on with like a minute left to get his 40th touch. Absolute piggery at its finest, and we absolutely love it as well. So I just want to see, was there any late update? No. So he still finished on the 146, which is still amazing. Myers must have got a +4 as well, I reckon. Or was he? Oh, no, he was on 108. Rao. Then you got Witts, O'Connor, and Atkins all tunning up as well. So, really, probably the big, Closely, obviously, there as well. 83 for anyone out there that's still got him rolling around. Mitch Duncan scored 70 points and a half. Noah Anderson obviously got that massive hit on 60, so I don't know if he'll miss time or not. Obviously, that massive bump from Stewart. Then Flanders 34. That is just, yeah, he's fallen off. I hope he moves because he'll be an amazing pick next year if he moves clubs. Grover, I only got him last week. Has paid off all right. Was a cheaper option. Yeah, exactly. Hardeman or Bergman, says Castle Riches. Castle Riches, probably safe. That depends if you need the cash for next week. If you need that 300k or whatever, 250k, whatever the difference is. If you need that for next week, go Hardeman to make the cash. But if you need the score and you're all right for next week, then go Bergman, because I think Bergman scores more. But, Hardeman will make more cash. Bergman, if you can afford him, says Max. Swap them both in there about 20 times. Thanks, lads, says Castle Riches. Hardeman can lose his role at any time. That's a good point as well. Maybe you get the better scoring in him. Berg has better scoring potential, but comes with more risk. Look at your next week's trade, see if you need the cash on to get Bont or Butters or someone. Yeah, that Grover, pretty much exactly that, mate. Exactly that. Angus Heasley, should I take Holmes VC? I don't. Angus, I'm not having a go at you directly, but I'm taking a page out of obviously Jake from Hat Chat's book. I hate when people ask this. When people ask, should I take a VC, and it's big. I know that they're just trying to brag. But it's like, come on, guys, come on. Just say you had Holmes VC and you're very, very happy. But, yes, you definitely take it. Only Cherry might go high, says Castle Riches. Brisbane Bloods, who to VC, Rosie, Witt, or Green? XC, and the only other option is Martin, but I don't rate him as highly. Brisbane Bloods, because I don't love Rosie, Whitfield, or Green, I think they could do okay, but I don't love them. I would go Cherry VC into Nick Martin. Because you're going to have Nick, you want Cherry anyway, so I'd rather Nick Martin over those 3, so you might as well go Cherry. If he goes big, you get that score, but if he doesn't, then you get Nick Martin as the backup. So, Lee Everett Bales, what did you end up doing with Smith? I'll put the VC on Holmes. Well, congrats there, Lee. So I held him. I had Lohman as cover, so I've still got 21 players this week, so I'm still fine, obviously, with a few. I've still got a few average players that might count for me, which is annoying, but that's the way, obviously, it is. Andrew Domahidi, anyone please help bring in Dacos or Whitfield? I would go, it depends on your buys, Andrew, how many you've got on buy or not. I think I prefer Dacos, but it really depends if you're heavy on round 16 or round 14, because Dacos at the end of the day does have a buy next week, so maybe you go Whitfield. But Already brought Bont in this week. Butters or Walsh. I wouldn't go Butters this week, Andrew. You could go Walsh. Could go Doherty, maybe. Walsh or Doherty if you want to take a punt. Yeah, that's a good point. Don't go Butters. 152 break even. Bedford tag. Agreed. Defenders, bro. Was everyone able to hop off the Baz VC captain? Wait, where'd it go? Yes, yep. I went over to Cherry VC into Dacos captain. Butters like to put a bad score this week, but will be good in a few weeks' time. Get Butters 1-2 from now. Yep, agreed. Think Cripps are decent, unique options. Cast Riches, yep, yeah, he could be an option. Oh, thanks, Susan. Appreciate the super chat, Susan. Very much appreciated. Caldwell or Bergman to bring in? I'll probably lean. Caldwell is the better player. Let's not get it mistaken, but Bergman's already had a bye, so I'm going to go Bergman and save the cash. But that'll probably be a. But then it's like if you've got no one on the end 16 bye, you could go Caldwell, Susan. It depends how heavy you are. I need Whitfield, Rosie, and Ash to cook tonight, says Defenders Bro. Hey, Bales, says Angus. How you going, Angus? Hope you're going well. Johnny Test, g'day, Bales, mate. Bergman or Hardiman? Currently ranked 524 overall with a score of 778. Bergman scores more. Hardiman's better for cash gen, so it depends what you're looking for. Mr. Smith laid out, so straight C on X. Yep, I think he'll go well. Exceptions. Hey, mate. G'day, Exceptions. Hope you're going well. How good Holmesy? Oh, mate, he was amazing. Very, very good. Grover, yeah, Void, avid Cat supporter, had to jump on Holmes, knew he was going to go decent. Baz out, up the crom as well. Big for you, Bales. Oh, mate, that was... Grover, that was massive last night. Oh, that was so good. Bring Stuart back in, says Grover. You could. He looked good today. Definitely the best I've seen him. He was jumping for balls. He was intercepting marks. Looking good. Went Dan Curtin, so happy with that, Max, says Max. Yep, he was good in if you brought him in. Callum Fife went VC Holmes. Anderson was tagged. He'll drop off. I traded Smith. Would you go Martin, Caldwell, or Walsh? Surely Smith misses more than one. I think he'll be fine. Sounds like it was just precautionary. I would go... See, again, I prefer Martin's too expensive, Caldwell's value, and then Walsh is the only one that has already had his buy. So really, I'd go Walsh. But if you're not heavy on round 16, maybe go Caldwell because I'm not sold on Walsh. Do we reckon Rankin has to go to Sneaker Fusion? He could, but he does have Richmond after his buy. So that's something that we'll talk about on Monday night's pod. I'm getting through the chat here. We're nearly caught up. Rosie or Colby? Quick. Colby averaged 95 at halfback last year. Rosie for me. You go Rosie, Brisbane Bloods. If Colby does well this week, we bring him in next week. I wouldn't be launching in now. So you go Rosie. Josh Hopkins obviously isn't happy with Anderson. Yeah, that was obviously got tagged and then copped that big hit. Should I go McCurtain instead of Hardiman as M8 through the bye? No, I'd go Hardiman still. I'd go Hardiman exceptions. Took the VC off Holmes because thought it would be a wetter game, says Bay Lolicitas. It was wet, he just dominated. So, yeah, he was obviously very, very good. Jay starts all hail the Max Hones VC. Sounds like a lot of people did Max Hones VC. That's really, really good for everyone that went there. This was always going to be my bad buy round, but only got one player on the buy next week, says Tony Ford. Joey says, hey, Buzz, do you know anyone that traded Smith after laid out? A few people would have. I'm not sure who and how many, but there would have been a few. We can have a look later on. Was trading Smith out and bring him in after his bye, or when he plays next to the right play? Feel like I made a mistake. If you held, I think it's fine. Well, it comes down to if you held and he plays next week, it's fine. And I think it's fine if you traded as well because you get the premium score this week. Thoughts on Cooper Lord, says Footy Frenzy. He's okay. I just prefer other options. I'm still not sold that he won't be subbed out. He won't be the starting sub, but he might be subbed out. Baylor says 5 premiums out this week. Sinclair, Clark, Brayshaw, Steele, Marshall, brought in Kenny and Berman. Hopefully, he can still put up a par score, says Baylor Cetus. Yeah, hopefully you can, mate. Lee Everett, mistake. Caleb, he'll be back next week. You just hold Smith for the week. Max went to the Crows game last night. Was bloody amazing. First game I've been to in many, many years. I nearly went Max, but ended up going to the district and watched the game live. But I was very, very happy. Actually, I've got to double check. Just give me a sec, guys. I'm nearly caught up with the chat. I need to make sure that my team is all set to go. So Rosie's tonight. Berman obviously tonight. How's that it for me? I've only got the two. I've only got the two Port boys. And obviously trading in Bergman. So that's obviously what I'm doing with the trades. So hopefully Bergman does play in the mids. That'll be interesting to see. Didn't see the Swans game early. What position did Mills play? Scored, but not sure if he's an option post by. No, he played defence. So I still don't. I know it went well, but it's against Richmond. I think it's still a little bit risky If he was in the midfield, it'd be different. Wish I went Max Holmes instead of Myers, says Gene. Mate, Myers is still good. I know Max Holmes obviously put up a ceiling score, but obviously Myers is still good. He's got to be someone we definitely got to be looking at. I don't know how I started the round ranked 1330 with a Noble. Tough watch, lucky best 18, says Sean Wenner. What did Noble score? I didn't even see. What did he score? Nick Madden might be a pick up next week for a cheap ruck, says Defenders Bro. Yep, someone to watch tonight for sure. Can you check VC% on Hines for us, Bales, or where do you check it, says Grover? I'll have a look at later on. Just remind me, Grover. We'll do that soon. Brad Rhodes. Rosie's still named the centre, Bales. How do you feel scored in that position, or you think you changed role with Bergman? So Bergman's in the middle with Butters and Drew. So Bergman is in the midfield. He's on Toby Green at the moment. So Rosie was named there, but I don't know why. I never really trust team sheets to begin with. So there's Rosie, half back. Bergman, early disposal. That's exactly what I want to see. Bergman, a couple of early touches. That's exactly what we want to see. Butters, a kick as well early. I will get people synced up in a sec. There's Butters with a kick to Rosie. +6 count for Rosie. So Butters had a couple of kicks early. Rosie's had a couple of touches as well. Hang on. So it's about to be a rush behind. So I'll get synced up in a sec for people. Brad, I think that, even though it's on team sheet, I think, Bergman will play mid and Rosie half back. They've made the move and Rosie's been really good at half back, so I imagine that they keep that role. Is Chloe playing half back, says Marco? Not sure. Drew Jones has said that North are going to change a few things in terms of like getting Chloe more in the game. So something to watch. If he's at half back, he is a big target because of how cheap he is. Cole playing halfback. That's why I'm leaning towards Bergman over Hardiman a bit more. Hoping for a lowish 90 score from Butters so I can jump on next week, says DJ. Even if he scores 100 tonight, it's even more reason to jump on him next week. I think he's a massive target. I'm pretty much set on bringing in Butters next week, regardless really of what happens. I just think I'll be bringing him in. And there's Rioli. Should be the first goal of the game. Yeah, Rioli kicks first goal for Port. Big target next week, Butters for sure. Still think Hunt will make a bunch of cash, but scoring might not be the greatest, says Johnny Test. I think he'll be fine. I think he's shown a really good rise. Takes a few kick-ins as well. So, thank God Bicey went well, says Carson Richards. Yes, very, very happy. It wasn't the role I thought. He was on the wing, so probably lucky he was against Richmond because that could have been a bad score. He's still gone for me next week for sure. I'll definitely be trading. It'll just be a case of, I might look at what I can do. Maybe I'll just go a couple of rookies down and maybe bice up to Butters if I can afford it. Okay, got Berman instead of Cooper Lord last minute, says Footy Frenzy. Tony had Closey on the bench, then Smith out so Closey on field. He scored better than Warner, Rankin, Peatling and Lohman all in my team. Says, he was great today. Yeah, very, very good. That was a throw. Yeah, throw from Butters. Yep. Grover, thanks, Bales. See how I go. Trying to remind you. All good. Well, we'll have a look after rank. So I'm actually keen to look at it as well. There's a tackle for Rosie. And Whitfield looks like he is playing in the forward line, I think. Unless he was just really high up the ground. That should be holding the ball. Don't know how that wasn't paid. Tony, congrats with the Closey move. I think the only reason I traded Smith was because I already had 5 on the buy and lots of rookies on field, says Callum Fife. Yeah, and I guess if he misses next week, then you've made the right move because then if he misses again, people are probably going to trade because he'll be missing 2 of the next 3. So if he was to miss next week. But sounded like he'll be back next week. So the only reason I didn't trade was because I thought, it's going to be incredibly difficult to bring him back in if I trade. So I ended up holding him. Plus I had 21 as well. So I thought, I can probably afford to hold him. It's fine. I'll do a refresh in a sec, guys. I think Madden just got a handball there. Farrell, you should have bloody given the hands to Bergman. Could be a rough week for me, says Grover. How has your team been going this week, Bales? Taranto, Warner, and Rankin haven't done very well for me, and I only have 19 playing, so those scores will count. Had Lyman as well. I think I'm tracking okay. Obviously, Holmes helps. Bice, obviously, holding him with the 93s is obviously really handy as well. I'll have to have a look after this game to see how I'm going. Be interesting to see. Go to Bergman. Go to Bergman. Oh, Aaliyah, what are you doing? Why would you turn over to bloody Harvey Thomas when you had Bergman for a short +6? That was stupid. Let's do a bit of a quick refresh. Haven't done one yet this game. There we go. Oh, Bergman. Good mark. Intercept mark down back. He's still playing midfield, but it was good to see him going to the back line. Bergman could be like the Dawson, the Bontempelli, like that sort of midfielder for Port. Like obviously not as good, but like in terms of like that taller midfielder, taking those marks around the ground. So no, good start for Bergman. 46 for Noble, says Sean Wennell. Yeah, right. That's a very, very bad score. I didn't realise he did that bad. Here's Tom Green. Tom Green's had a bit of the ball early. There's Madden for a +6 coming up, or +5. He handballs it off. No, he's going to kick it. That could be a tackle for Rosie. This will be another touch for Bergman. Oh, look at Bergman go. Look at him. Great kick. Started well, Bergman. Very, very happy with this start. Quick question about Long. What do you reckon the line is for you to hold him on his bye? I'm thinking 90 plus my goals to trade in a Brayshaw next week. Says Johnny Test. Yeah, it's an interesting one. Tom Green again, another +5. He's an interesting one. He's someone that I'm definitely happy to hold, but I'm also happy to trade as well. So just be interesting. Rosie +6 coming up. Rosie, go to Bergman. Go to your right. Oh, it's 50. Riccardi moved off the mark, so Rosie lining up for goal. Moonboy, good evening, Bales. Good evening, everyone in the chat. G'day, Moonboy. Hope you're going well. Smash up likes, legend. Yes, yep. Smash up likes if you haven't already. We already got 18, so if you haven't liked it yet, smash a like. Obviously, 100 is our goal, as always. Spewing because if I held bias, I could have covered Baz's exceptions. Hindsight. Yeah, I know. Oh, but to be fair, like a lot of people trade a bias, and obviously will say that, but people trading bias because of his break even, right? He probably got a little bit lucky with the score, with a lot of those +6 out on the wing. But there you go. Rosie kicks Port's second goal. Port have had a good start to the game. But yeah, Johnny, in terms of Long, I think it will depend on your team. If you've got most of your rookies off, you can definitely upgrade him, because it might only be like a 50, 60k upgrade to go from Long to Butters. But in saying that, if Long goes another ton, that would then be 3 tons in 3 games. So then he's probably a hold. So just something to watch with him. That'd be a good one, Johnny, to talk about on the pod on Monday afternoon. Rosie's already up to 31. He's already had 3 tackles. Jeez. He's already had a big start. Marco, we all know there's only a Watchalong tonight to cheer on Sam Taylor, says Marco. You got me. Brisbane Buds. I held Smiths because I had... Hang on. So, midfield here is Wines. Is that Rosie in the mids? Yeah, Berman's now down back. I don't know if I love that necessarily. I don't know if maybe Rosie and Bergman are doing like a 50-50 split. Mid-forward, maybe. Sorry, mid-defence, maybe. But, yeah, I don't love that he's already in the mids. But, yeah, I guess we'll see. I held Smith because I had 22 green dots and no trades. Even if I had a trade, I would have held. I'm not sure how to feel about trading out Trainer to Hardiman, trying to look good on the wing. Yeah, he did, but obviously we know wingers can be very up and down. So, yeah. It was annoying because a lot of us did trade out over the last few weeks, and he was good today, but I wouldn't expect that to be the main thing moving forward if he's playing on the wing. There's Butters. Butters with a handball. Rosie and Board. Could get a free kick there. Geez, that's a bit unlucky not to get a free kick. Or maybe Bergman's doing like a full-on tagging job on Toby Green. Maybe he's following him in the forward line and in the midfield, maybe. That could be something. Exceptions. Not going to lie, Bergman might be the Tom Stewart this year, the mid-roll, and go back to halfback for some intercepts. Yep, that's a good point, for sure. So much chat tonight. I'm struggling to really catch up because I want to watch the game, but not being able to catch up and concentrate on the game. I think it was Hugh Jackson with a kick as well. Let's try and smash this here. What are your thoughts on Crits versus Walsh? Should I bring them in? I can get an extra 100 points and bring them in, bring in Smith after his bite, or is it too risky? Rosie again. I don't mind Walsh still. Take a punt. He should turn it round. I still think Cripps is a little bit expensive, but yeah, it could be an option. Our teams in top four, do you think Cats, Crows, Grand Finals to Tim Ashworth? Yeah, potentially. Maybe. Who's Madden? Rookie or someone worth jumping on, says Grover. The rookie ruck for Giants coming in for Briggs, so someone to watch. Thank you for convincing me to get Berman this week. Bell says Lee Everett. Oh, obviously, let's hold for a sec because he's obviously in defence at the moment, so I'm not sure if I love him. And Rosie's in the mid, so I think that it's just he's doing the full ground tag on Toby Green, so he's had a few touches early, but it might not necessarily be a great thing. Butters has been quite busy early, just getting a lot of touches. Ned Long has good matchups in 15, 16. I'm holding and trading in round 17. There's nothing better than listening to Bells cheer on his play, says Jay Sutts. Thank you, mate. Grover, Long gone for me next week. We either go to Butters or Bont, and Toronto probably go into the other. Tim Ashworth, Myers 107 over Peatling, got Holmes 146. Yeah, Holmes is very, very good. Very, very happy to own him. Is it just me that thinks this ground looks tiny, says Angus Easy? No, it's quite big apparently. So, defenders, bro, I'm a GWS fan and I got Rosie on my team. I was torn between that goal. I wanted him to kick it and miss. Matt Andre, you should display the scores. Yeah, I need to probably look at doing that, but it's so hard to. I'd have to keep doing it, and I'm concentrating on the chat along with the screen scores. So it is quite hard to really keep up with it, but something we'll definitely look at, Matt, in the future. Only Joey Bales, Sam Taylor never again. This is Marco. It's Edge. He's at stoppages, so I think we're all good. Here's Butters again. Berman just ran straight past the ball then. Looks like Berman is just going with Green, says Castle Riches. Yeah, it looks like it. Bedford just stood next to Rosie while he was at stoppage. Let's see if that sticks. Yeah, maybe Bedford's gone to Rosie instead. That's interesting. I don't know why Port have put Rosie into the mids and Bergman is playing this defensive role on Toby Green. Why does Bergman not just go to Tom Green? Makes much more sense, that matchup. Is Rankin a trade or will he get moving again, says Tony? Again, one we'll chat about on Monday. I'm probably, at this stage, I'm holding, but that's purely because he's got Richmond, Melbourne after the bye. But yeah, something to watch. Looks like Whitfield's playing the midfield this week because he just came on for Tom Green. So, yeah, Bedford on Rosie says exceptions. Yep, so Butters is just going to roam free. That's fantastic. So why have they got Rosie in the mids then if he's going to get tagged by Bedford? Like, it's a bit silly. I don't know why Port are doing that. Didn't realise Mariah subbed. That kind of screws me since Davidson scored 30, says Bay Lolicitus. Yeah, that would probably affect a few people that have still got Mariah's. Who should I captain? Got no X. So you got Nick Martin. You've got Max Gawn, Nick Dacos. If you want to go Harry Sheezer, potentially, that's an option. I've got Dacos the highest in my rankings from those other guys if you don't have X. Out the back for Cadman. That'll be a tackle for Bergman. Another tackle for Bergman, potentially. Might have got a couple of tackles there, Bergman. Brisbane Bloods, I've got Bice, Taranto, Heaney, Warner, Sheldrick. Does one of the 3 prems go next week, and is Sheldrick a holder's good cover, especially for round 16 where I 5-6 premos? Yeah, you can hold Sheldrick. What did he score today, Sheldrick? Bice can go. Taranto or Heaney can, obviously Warner you hold, but Taranto or Heaney can maybe go. Maybe, yeah, I'm not sure which one of those two, but maybe one of them can go. Martin, Merritt, Dacos, Gorn, which one to captain? Not Merritt. I'd go Dacos out of those ones there, Tim. Don't have Sheezer or Cherry. Yeah, I'd go Dacos, I think. Dacos or Martin, they're probably your two ones, or Gorn, one of those three. I would go Dacos out of those. I'll do a bit of a 81. Who scored 81 again? Who was I talking about before? Sheldrick got 81. So, yeah, it's another 80. So, yeah, I think you're holding. They didn't give either tackle to Bergman then, unless it hasn't let me just refresh. Surely Bergman got a tackle there. Well, Bergman just got a kick, so... But he surely got a tackle. He laid at least one. And I thought there was a chance he got both. He has to have at least one. Well, it's saying he doesn't. It's saying he didn't get the tackle. That's a bit stupid. I don't know why they haven't added that for him. Yeah, Rosie studded obviously very well. 41 already. And Taranto actually has a decent run after Bice, says Grover. Jackson for Freo an option next week, says Marco. Yeah, potentially. Yeah, for sure. Yep. Did Rosie just give a free kick away? Or was it someone else? I'm not sure. But Riccardi's got a free kick. Taranto got 85 and Heaney 102, says Brisbane Bloods. Yeah, Taranto probably goes if you're trading one of them. Berman didn't get one tackle there. They should get added at quarter time. Oh, yeah, we'll see. It's edge. I'm not going to get too confident with when it comes to champion data. They never add stats when they should be added. Riccardi, has he got it? Yeah, he's got it. Goal for Giants. But yeah, Jackson, Marco is an option, I think. If he's playing number one ruck and then going to be playing as a mid, he's a big option. Who do I go Peatling to, says Tim. Tim, that's so hard to answer this week. I'm not sure. I'm still thinking about players playing this week, to be honest. So that'll be something that we can... discuss next week, I reckon. But Peatling can go. He should go to someone from Carlton, Bulldogs, Port, North, St Kilda or Freo. That's who I'd go to. Let's do a refresh again. I think Berman's just gone to the bench. Yeah, Berman's just gone to the bench. And Rosie did give that free kick away, unfortunately. I thought Butters has been a lot busier than what he has, but where is he? He's only on 10 points. I thought he was a lot busier than that, but fair enough. So Darcy Jones is currently on Butters at the moment, so I think Rosie's also gone off, I reckon, because Bedford's not in the mids. Actually, is Rosie gone off? Let me have a look. Actually, no, Rosie's on still. Maybe has Bedford gone to half forward, maybe. There's a Butters handball. No, actually, no. Bedford must have just gone off. There's a tackle for Butters. Thoughts on Warner? Brought him in versus Adelaide last week. Low break-in home for a ceiling this week. Yeah, exceptions, mate. I'm pretty disappointed with Warner. He gave away, obviously, 5 free kicks today, so obviously that doesn't help. If he hadn't given all those free kicks away, he would have actually scored. He probably would have turned up. But... yeah, very disappointing from Warner. He's still a hold. I'm still sure he's going to be in around the top 6 forwards, but disappointing when I could have got Sinclair last week and had him instead. Obviously, yes, I would have won this premium this week, but I would have got a lot more points last week, which would have made up for this week. But Marco, Tim, trust your gut. Sometimes. There you go. Mitch, what score would make Madden an almost must-have for next week? Oh, well, almost must-have would be like an 80 or a 90, right? But if he scored a 70 or an 80, he's an option. Here's Whitfield. Still got that half-forward role. Going for goal. It's a cross goal. Harvey Thomas nearly marked that then. Rosie trying to play third man up, says Angus Heasley. Whitfield midfield is good for us non-owners, says it's Edge. Weary, g'day Bars, how are you? With Smith out, change of voice to Rosie, looking good. G'day, hope you're going well, Weary. Well, yeah, very good decision so far. Man got a handball in there as well. But yeah, Rosie started well. Started very well. Don't know if he just got a kick then or not. There's Whitfield again with a snap. It's going to go pretty close, and it's going to be behind. If Baz is out for a few, is he a trade? Although he probably will be okay. If he's out next week, he's a trade because if he misses next week, he'll then play round 15 and then miss round 16. So he'd miss 2 of the 3. He's a trade up. But you can't have $1.2 million sitting on your bench 2 of the next 3. So he'd be a trade next week if he was to miss. That was the other reason I held, because like my trades, I was happy with them already. And if he comes back, great. If he doesn't, you trade him out. You maybe go down to a Butters, you make yourself 300k, and then you upgrade a rookie. So it could actually work regardless of what happens. Looks like Berman's looking to come back on. If Baz is out, I said it from Marco. So we're caught up to the chat. Beautiful. I'm glad that we finally caught up to everything. Another handball for Butters. There's Rosie with a handball. So Rosie should be up to 40 now. Make sure you guys do smash a like on the video if you haven't already. We're up to 29, so already a good start for the likes and everything. So if you haven't liked it yet, make sure you do smash a like on the video. Here's Tom Green again. Tom Green's had a pretty good start to the game. And there's Riccardi. That should be a free kick. Doesn't matter. Hogan kicks it off the ground. That's a goal. That means Berman should come back on. Hopefully into the mids. That would be preferable, but not sure. Scores a level as well, by the way. 2-1 apiece. Watching McRae soon. I think he'll be a top 6. Yeah, that McRae's one to watch for sure. One to keep an eye on the watch list. Yeah, Tom Green's on 26. Buckley's on 36. There you go. Butter's up to 24 all of a sudden. He's just scored 14 points very, very quickly. And yeah, Bergman on there on 16. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if Bergman goes in the midfield. Dawson last quarter was godly, says Marco. Oh, mate. Don't get me started. That last quarter he played was one of the best quarters of footy I've seen from a Crow for a long time. He was very, very good. There you go, Bergman into the mids, obviously with Toby Green. So he's definitely doing a full ground tag on Toby Green, but if Toby's going to spend time in the mids, and that's good for Bergman. So it would be good if they weren't doing just a full ground tag and Bergman was just in the mids, but just went to Toby Green in the midfield, but is what it is. There's Hugh Jackson with a kick. Wonder if did anyone downgrade to Hugh Jackson at all? That mark, says Marco. Oh, mate, that mark, yeah. I went nuts when he took that mark. Very, very happy. Yeah, I don't love this bloody Bergman on Toby Green. If I'd known it was going to be this, I would have gone Doherty. But that would have meant I would have had to have traded Bice or Levi over Stone, which I definitely could have done, but... And it's a goal for Farrell. Very good goal from Farrell. I guess if Bergman fails tonight, I'll just jump off. I'll just jump across to Dockett if he goes well. I'll go him to Butters and keep Ned Long. Because I'm pretty good for buys next week, so if I need to trade, that's fine. Assuming Bice is still a trade out, says we're yeah. He's still a trade out. Still a trade. Okay, scored well, was against Richmond. He played on the wing. I don't love the wing role, so yep, he can go. Chucked a cheeky $50 early in the year for Dawson Brownlow, paying $7.50. Mate, I hope it pays for you. He's definitely a chance. I wonder if he gets any votes last night. I know he only had 18 touches, but that last quarter might have snuck him a vote or two. So, be interesting to see Brownlow night, or even the coaches' votes if Dawson gets some. I think Dawson will get some. Depends how many he gets, though. Bergman in the midfield again, alongside Toby Green. Levi was definitely a good trade this week, in my opinion, says Marco. Oh, yeah, great. If you trade him, you'd be happy enough. Like, it's fine if you traded, for sure. See, unfortunately, since Bergman had that really quick, early sort of 10, 15 points, he's been pretty quiet since then. Hasn't really got involved. Madden, good start. Yeah, Madden's had a good start. Yep. Is he on more than 16 now? Yeah, 23. So, obviously, Port an amazing matchup for Rux. I only didn't go there because I was going to lock out my utility, but if he goes well this week, I'll jump on for some quick cash gen. And if I have to trade Boyd in round 16, I'll do that. But I'll just trade whichever one. Thoughts on Jared Berry next week with a few good scores for only like 780k? Nah, not for me. He's not one of those main mids. And I'm probably trying to stay away from Brisbane mids at the moment, to be honest. Forgot that Port got Joe Richards says exceptions. Baylor says pretty even across the field for the Brownlow with Baz missing games and Dagos having some quiet ones. Going to be interesting into the Brownlow race. Oh, yeah, 100%. I think Dawson's definitely a shout and definitely going to be very, very close. Port just go long again. Come on, Bergman, man. I really don't like this role. I knew it was a risk, right? Going to Bergman, you're banking on the role being there, and it was always going to be a bit nervy. But yeah, I don't love the full ground tag on Toby Green. Like, it's just not going to be conducive to consistent fantasy scoring. Like, I don't know why he's not going to a Tom Green. Like, I don't know why they're stuffing around with going to Toby Green. Like, I don't know why he doesn't just go to Toby when he's in the mids, but then goes to Tom Green when Toby's not in the mids. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but not watching, but Berg's score isn't looking great after a good start. Thoughts on Zorko? Bad option later in the year as a sub-risk line's doing well. Zorko's still an option, yeah, but after the bye. And yeah, obviously the Bergman one's slightly worrying now after a good start, which is going to be frustrating if he ends up bloody just playing this, just following Toby Green around. That's right. We still got 4.5 minutes to go in the quarter. So the hope is that he can get a few points before the break. There's Ash getting the kick in and then another handball. There's Fonte with a handball. It's a bad handball. Butters with a tackle. Rosie handball. And Joe Richards going forward. There's just no chipping at the moment for Port. They're not really chipping around the back, which is meaning Berman's just not free at all. Baz only missed 2 games this year, hasn't he? Yeah, Gravy, yeah, only the 2. Exceptions. I think Dawson's Brownlow favourite with Baz missing a lot of these games if Touchwood he stays on the park. I think Dawson is one of the favourites, I think. Trying to watch this in the Div 12 Resis at once, says Weary. Oh, is that on tonight as well? I didn't even realise. Come on, Bergman, man. That is a cracking mark from Cadman. But this is getting a bit worrying from Bergman now. After his very good start, this is a worrying part of the quarter, unfortunately. Yeah, but the way they're playing Grover, they'll be more inclined to rest him, says exceptions. Baylor says, maybe if Tom Green continues a solid midfield performance, they switch Bergman in, which is a catch-22 for me since I have Green and Bergman. I think Green will still score well even if Bergman was to go to him. I just think they need to make that move. I just don't really get why they're making... the fluidity of the side as well is being compromised when you've just got a guy rolling from defence to midfield. Like when we see teams do a full ground tag on a player like Melbourne did to Max Holmes, look what happened. I don't understand it. I thought that Berman was going to be a mid when I see Sin and Farrell and all that in, and then you got Rosie there, but now apparently Rosie's playing a bit in the mids again as well. So Sam Taylor top page lol. Yep, no surprises. Brought Matt in to cover Roma, says Moonboy. Maybe not sure about that, though. They're more like to rest him later in the year. Yeah, depending on how Brisbane goes, they might. So there's Toby in the CBA again. No. So no Green, which means no Bergman. So Rosie's in the mids. So it's literally Rosie's in the mids, except for when... hang on, Rosie's going for goal here. And it's a behind. So, yeah, it's literally anytime Toby Green goes forward, Berman just isn't in the mid. So, I don't like this. This is a mistake now. I'm not going to be happy with this score, I don't think. So, I think this is going to be a trade out next week based on what I'm seeing. I don't love this. And then there's Toby Green anyway. I don't get why Birdman is doing this. Stop on this Toby Green roll. Go in the mids, mate. Like, he's not even getting back to get intercepts either. He's just literally in no man's land at the moment. And after looking really good early, he's done nothing. Only just got Berg in. This isn't ideal. No, it's not. It's very, very bad. Because I only just got him in as well. He might get a touch here. No, he's not going to. Because Giants are going to get it. That'll be a tackle for Bergman. That should be holding the ball. Yep. Bergman holding the ball. Free kick. We'll take it. Any points to get Bergman up a bit more, we'll definitely take it. So this will get him well over 20. So he's had a good quarter, funny enough. All the complaining that we've done, he's actually gone all right this quarter. And 50 for Ollie Wines. Bergman could run past for the handball here because Bergman's a long kick. Go to Bergman. Wines, go to Bergman. No, Wines is going to go in the 50. That was a good pickup from Rioli. It's a really good goal. Holmes VC, I'll take that, says Steve-O. Yes, mate. It was very, very good. 100% you take that. Baylor says, yeah, I agree. Rosie should probably be the only one with the license to go from back to mids to try and break a possible tag and just keep Buttersberg, Drew in the mids. Agreed. Connecting, who would you go next week, Butters or Bont? Probably Butters for the value. That's probably where I'd go. Any players you're looking at trade targets? Well, yeah, obviously Butters is one. I'm still got to obviously watch Doherty, McKercher tomorrow as cheaper guys. So, yeah, they're probably guys I'm looking at. If Berg can get a 20 a quarter, it means I didn't lose too much by getting Bont in. Carl the Berg says Grover. Baylor says if Bergman can outscore Whitfield this game, that'll be a massive win. Agreed. Luca Trimboli, is Chad Warner a trade out? No, not for me. He's a hold still. I think he'll be fine. See, Bergman's on the top part. Like, Bergman's up the top. Like, he's not doing well. Rosie's obviously dominating at the moment. 9 disposals, 3 marks, 3 tackles, 1 goal, 2. Obviously going on very nicely. And Butters is also having a good quarter. Nathan Thomas has touched. Yep, yeah, just seen that. So it was a good-looking goal for a minute there, but Berman's a chance for an intercept mark here. No, he's not going to go up for it. And Asava's just going to smash it on the boot. Not even look for an option at all. Just try and get it on the boot and get it forward. Toby Green's injured here. Don't know what happened to him. He's holding his glute. Did he get a massive corky maybe? Oh yeah, right in the side, on the like sort of the side of the quad. Well, Bergman, you don't need to tag an injured player. And Butters is going forward when he had Bergman short. Yeah, good on you. Kick straight to Sam Taylor. Butters, you idiot. What is he doing? I don't understand why players do that when they bang it forward to an out number and they've got options short that they should be going to. I just don't understand it. Birmingham can imagine 90 and beat Whitfield. That'd be a win for me going against Whitfield and Zorko. Owner says Johnny Test. Thoughts on Stewart, says Steve-O. Yep. Potentially an option. He's cheap and he looked good. So something to look at. I've brought Bergman, Myers and Doherty in this week, says it's Edge. Good trading, says Grover. Want Asher to do well for me, says Sneaker Fusion. Mills a target option or Roberts and Richmond factor, says Steve-O. Yeah, not for me for Mills, I don't think. It was defence. It was against Richmond. That's why he scored well. I'm probably a bit concerned if that's going to be his role moving forward. And that'll be quarter time. Defend option for Bice, says Stu. I'm not sure. I'm honestly not looking at trade outs for this week. I'm still concerned about this week. Stewart won't be suspended. Fair bump. No, I don't think he will. I thought it was fine. Obviously, it hurt Anderson, which wasn't great, but yeah. Let's hope Birmingham gets that tackle added. Obviously, yes, that would be good. It'd be on 28. That would be very handy. Well, they did add a tackle. So, oh no, that was a hole in the ball one. So he should have 2 tackles, but I guess we'll see. But yeah, so quarter time of the game. So we've got Connor Rozee, 49. He's played 97% game time, if you don't mind, that quarter. Buckley, 39. Butters on 31. Bit frustrating for us non-owners. Obviously with the Bedford tab, but obviously we'll bring him in next week if he puts up a good score. Sam Taylor and Tom Green both on 30. So Sam Taylor dominating. Lockie Ash, 25. Hugh Jackson's on 24 with 8 disposals. Berman, 24. Considering he's played this weird role, it's fine. 24 at the moment. I don't love, obviously, him being on Toby Green, but there you go. Nick Mann's on 23. And if Toby Green's injured, then does Bergman go to Tom Green? Does he stay on Toby Green in the forward line? I hope that would be the worst result if that's the case. Vicentine's on 22 as well. So both the rucks are going okay. Cheap rucks there. O'Halloran 21. Whitfield 19. Farrell 17. Anyone that's got him in draft. Fonte's on 16. Toby Green's on 12. Anyone else? That's pretty much it. It's pretty much how we're looking. So hopefully Birmingham gets a tackle added, but yeah, I guess we'll see how it goes. But yeah, Rosie obviously has started very, very well and is absolutely dominating. So there you go. Make sure you guys smash like on the video if you haven't already. We're up to 31 already. So we are 69 likes away from our usual goal of 100. So if you can smash a like and get us there, that'd be fantastic. As long as Birmingham gets an 80 plus, I'm happy, says Lee Everett. Jack, anyone you know who have had poor scores so far this week? Dunkley Zorko here. Okay, actually, that's a good question. Have I had anyone that's had a poor score so far? So far I've had, obviously got Rosie 49 at the moment, Holmes 146, Bice 93, Dawson 109, Bont 91, Berman 24, Chad Warner 80, Rankin 68, Ashcroft 63, Lohman 51. So it's the forward line at the moment, again, has been the position that's let me down. So I've had 4 scores, obviously, all below 80. But I guess that's everyone, right? That's a lot of people. There hasn't been any forwards that have gone well, so that's fine. Fine there. Jordy will be disappointed. Anderson 60s. Yep, he will, for sure. Yep, he'll be frustrated. So I'm going to have a look at Max Holmes' VC percentage. It might not have updated, though, because this doesn't update, I don't think, until tomorrow. So this will be a good question to look at tomorrow, because it still says here 14% had Baz captain, 18% have got him VC, and Holmes isn't even on 0%. I don't even think he's on 1%. Sorry, yeah, Holmes isn't even on this. It still says 0% for VC and captain, so it hasn't updated. That will probably update later on. So, yeah, actually, let me have a look. Did Lemon bring in Bergman? Yeah, he did. So Lemon also brought in Bergman. So at least it won't affect me in the matchup. So if anyone wants to know the matchup, again, I don't know exactly if he did anything with Baz. But so I've had Dawson 109, Bont 91, Warner 80, and Ashcroft 63. And the only scores that he's had so far are Davidson 31 and Peatling 63. So who's he got? So he's gone Gawn to Cherry, I'm pretty sure. So he's got Cherry there. So he's got Josh Dacos, Jai Caldwell, Zach Merritt, Adam Chera to come. He's got those 4. And then I've got Hardiman, Carroll, Finn O'Sullivan. Yeah, so I don't really have anyone of note scoring for me now in the remainder of the round. So it'd just be interesting to see how if those guys go big, I've lost. But I guess we'll have to find out. Zane says, wouldn't it be frustrating trading out Bice and training this week, Bales? Oh, yeah, it would have been 100%. I kept Bice, obviously, with Roberts out, but yeah, if you traded out both of them, it'd be frustrating. Liam, I missed Smith laid out, so I missed the opportunity to put my VC on Holmes or Rosie. Yeah, a few people did. Stuart will be, though. For what? Connecting. Mr. Holmes VC, I went to Cherry into Dacos. I think Cherry can go bigger than Holmes, to be honest. There's exceptions. I hope he does. That'd be good. Hey, Bales, do we go X into Martin or Dacos? I've got X into Dacos. That's what I'm doing. Connecting didn't even attempt to get the footy. No, but it was a connecting. It was a bump. He bumped him, though. He didn't get him high. He won't be suspended for it. Went same as exception, says Nathan Thomas. Toby Green's fine. Is he going to the mids or going into the forward line? Be interesting to see. Any late adjustments? We got that Bergman tackle added. Probably not. Nah, doesn't look like it. Might not be added. Bergman's into the first CBA with Drew and Wine, so we'll see if he's still on him. Because Tom Green did have a good quarter. Like, Tom Green had 9 disposals and had a couple of clearances there. So I wonder if he still goes to Toby or if he goes to Tom. Nah, Bergman straight to Toby Green again. Still don't... I get that he's a good player, Toby Green, but you got to tag Tom Green, surely. Tom Green's not even on the ground at the moment. He's starting on the bench, I think. Because you got O'Halloran, Bedford, and Toby Green. Bergman wrapped up by Toby Green. Spicy take Foss ton up tomorrow. I hope he does. My spice take was he goes 60 plus for the first time tomorrow. So that's extra spicy. If he was to ton up, that would be amazing. Not only for cash gen, but also for a score, as I've held him. So. Oh, everyone's slipping over. Mullen literally slipped over, and then also Aaliyah. Lek Aaliyah, that is. A free kick to McMullen, apparently. I'm not sure what that was for. Come on, Bergman. +6 early for Bergman would be really handy to get to 30. Could have been a high tackle for Bergman, but not paid. Didn't get any disposal out either, which is frustrating. Free kick to Buckley. Let's refresh. Anything? No, so Bergman still hasn't been added. I don't know if he'll get out of that tackle, to be honest. I thought he should have got at least 1, if not 2. Bergman's useless. Should have gone Hardeman, says Castle Richards. Oh, it's not he's useless. It's that Port coaching staff are useless because they're tagging someone around the whole ground. Like, they're not his butters for a +6. And he's going to go long, unfortunately. This is going to be a hard watch if Bergman's just doing this. Can someone tell me what's Port's run in the next 3 after this? Because that would be interesting to see who potentially Bergman would be going to. Bergman should be on for a +6 here. No, apparently he didn't want to get the +6. Really frustrating. This is going to be a frustrating watch. Butters another tackle. No, they paid high. Looks like Leclerc is injured at the moment. Not sure what's happened. Yeah, Bedford got a free kick for high. And then Riccardi on his own. Been tackled with the ball twice in 2 minutes without disposal, says Castle Richards. Yep, it's very frustrating. Decided to risk Doc over Berg for his ceiling in next 3, says Stephen Thomas. I was tempted to do that. I decided to go Bergman and just to see Doherty, but now it's probably looking like I should have gone Doc. I have Holmes 146, English 139, Kenny 132, and none of them have a VC or C. Lol, X-Man into Dacos, says Damian Martin. Oh, we're still very happy to have all 3, though. I've got Holmes, but I don't have the other 2. So congrats on having all 3. Port have Melbourne, so Cosy Pickett, Sydney, Heaney, and Warner, and then Carl. Oh, bloody hell, that next week's not going to be good. If he is with Pickett, Pickett's going to go forward. So if he's tagging Pickett, that's going to be bad. So, yeah, that's not great. Probably could have looked at that a bit more, actually. Looked at what his matchups are. I thought he was going to Tom Green tonight. But if he's going to be going to... If he puts up an average score tonight and he's going to go to Cosy Pickett, I'm trading straight away. Not waiting for... Not going to wait till post buys. I'll just correct the mistake. because I can't afford to be holding someone that's got that. But then I've got to get rid of Bice as well. So it's going to be frustrating if Bergman can't put up a good score. Yep, Rosie, Wines, and Drew in the mids again. So Bergman's still forward. Oh, this is going to be awful. I don't know why they're not tagging Tom Green instead. Like, I know Tom Green's not on the ground, but like Toby Green, really, of all people. Like, and the only thing is actually maybe does Bergman go to Petrarca next week because Petrarca is a bigger body. That would be my only thinking there. But yeah, it's come on, Bergman, intercept mark, please. Yes, Bergman intercept mark. We need more of that, a lot more of that. This is terrible. Says it's Edge. You think I should go McCurch instead of Hardiman? If McCurch tons, I'll be ahead of the comp. But if it's not happening, Hardiman will be better for cash gen. I'm still going Hardiman. I'm still not sold on McCurch going back. Because Hardiman's been playing well. They've got Caleb Daniel there. Why would they need to put him there as well? I don't see McCurch going back. I want to see it first. Let's talk most. Hola, sir. What a game last night. Yes, mate. Very, very happy. Very, very happy with the result, Daniel. Hope you're going well, mate. This is why Port are where they are on the ladder, says Castle Riches. Yep, good point. Yep. Now, this would be, or I'd love Bergman to ask for a +6 from Alir, but he's just... No, Alir is going to go down the line. Well, that was well done by Madden then. Madden got the handball out. That should be holding the ball for Wines. Yep, Wines free kick. Come on, Port. Get some switches going. Get some chipping around the back and get Bergman involved. Like, Oliver to tag Bergman to tag Petrarca, says Angus. Yep. Martin or Cherry, Captain Sting Fusion. Oh, definitely Cherry. Definitely Cherry. Rosie got a kick as well there, by the way. That's almost what I'm good, mate. Just been slammed with racing at the moment. Wish I was in Perth for supercars. A lot nicer weather. Oh, mate, 100%. 100%. It's been too wet in Adelaide. There you go. Bergman's up to 30. So, like, again, like 30 points is still fine, right? Like, he's still on track for a decent score. It's only not many players that are over him at the moment. Obviously, it's just frustrating that he's tagging Toby Green around the ground. But then again, Giants are hard to score against, right? So I guess it's not the end of the world, but been pretty wet over here past couple of days too, mate. So exceptions. You're talking about Perth as well. There you go. Boak, Drew, and Rosie in the mids again. So I'm going to be a bit annoyed, not only if Bergman's not playing much midfield time, but if Rosie's now playing as a mid again, that's going to be really frustrating. Like, he should be playing half back. Like, that's where he's been so good for the past month. I just find it really bemusing that Port would change something that's actually worked. Doesn't make sense. Madden got a handball in there as well. Come on, Giants. I want the bloody ball in your bloody forward 50. Here's Rosie again. That'll be another tackle for Rosie. Rosie's gone absolutely nuts. Yeah, Rosie's on 58 already. Going along very, very nicely. Sam Taylor also going along very nicely at the same time. Yeah, if you had your VC on Rosie, be very happy. I never considered it with the Giants matchup. But if you went there, you'd be very, very happy at the moment, the way he started. And Rosie's almost getting to that point as well. Like, is he untaggable now? Because if he's going to be just swapping between defence and mids, who's going to be able to go with him? That shouldn't be deliberate. Such a bad call. Like, he snapped around the body. And so there's Toby Green playing deep forward. Oh, my God. Look, Toby Green would have been probably not the last person I would have thought, but he was definitely not someone I thought he'd be tagging. I thought for sure he's going to Tom Green. Just found it very stupid that Port are going, oh, let's tag Toby Green. Like, use a defender on him and put Berman in the mids. I just don't understand it. Damn, should have gone Butters this week, says Caleb Fife. Yep. I could have gone Butters as well. Very frustrating. Particularly with the Bedford tag. We knew it was here, so we're like, let's wait. So if anyone went there early, you'd be pretty happy with what you're seeing at the moment. I don't know if the Rosie thing down back has worked all that well. They're like bottom forces, Grover. No, like, that's a point, yes, but Rosie has played really well down back. So, free kick against Madden. So, Vicentini's got the free kick. And then there's Burton. And he's missed it. When Horn-France is back, I think Rosie just stays back there. So, the exceptions. It's a good point. Like, he's got defender stats, right? So, it's fine for that. But it's meaning that, like, there's one less spot in the mids that they're going to use for Bergman. I thought with Horn-France out, Bergman was going to play more mids. And maybe not as much of a tagging job. Tom Green fumbled that over the line. That should not be a mark. That's not a mark. He fumbled that over the line. Rosie in midfield, I think, is a one-week thing. Giants have been consistently leaking scores from stoppage, so Port want to boost their midfield, says Angus Heasley. Yeah, not a bad point. It's just very frustrating for Bergman. Cool, I've caught up to the chat. But yeah, make sure you guys keep smashing likes on the video. We're up to 38 already. So if anyone hasn't smashed a like on the video, obviously we are trying to get to 100 once again. There's Butters again. Holding the ball, and that's bloody Madden that's getting the tackle there as well. Oh no, good. They're playing advantage. So there's Toby Green in the goal scorer at the moment. Yeah. And if Berman's playing as a keep, oh my God. I don't understand why, if Toby Green's playing deep forward, put Berman in the mids to tag someone else and get someone else on Toby Green. This is just stupid coaching. And I'm only saying that because I've only got Berman in my team, but if I knew this was going to happen, I never would have gone here. I would have just not worried about it. I would have just done maybe the Madden switch instead of doing the Berman trade and not worried about it. Come on, Bergman, intercept mark, please. No, Radigali is going to get it this time. Go back to Bergman. Go back to Bergman Asava. Handball to Rosie. Rosie has already got enough points. Well, I've got him. I'm happy, but this is a hard watch. This is a very, very hard watch. Brother's got the handball there as well. Should be holding the ball. Free kick for Fonte. There's Ash +6 coming up. Who wins in tomorrow's matches? I think North Melbourne and Carlton, probably for me. Essendon's backline is just absolutely decimated at the moment. They really need to switch this match. They're not going to switch the match up, I don't think. They're just going to keep it like this. Far out. Why have I brought Bergman in? I feel like I'm watching another version of Sam Taylor just playing keep. Like, he's literally deep forward. What have I done? Bringing in a player that I'm going to have to trade out straight away. How's our boy Berg going? Any more scores? Or no, he's still on 30. I'm losing hope that he's going to do much more than the 60. If he's tagging Toby Green and just going to be deep in defence the whole game, he ain't scoring much at all. Particularly when any time it goes in the defence, someone else marks it other than Bergman. Maybe a switch about at half-time, says Grover. Oh, mate. Port are very stubborn when it comes to plans. They don't really adapt to anything, so I don't see them adapting to anything. They'll keep Bergman on Toby Green for the whole game. So, why has the screen done weird things? See, now, all of a sudden, now Bergman was near the top. Now he's right. Now he's essentially in the middle. Just has not touched it. Berman to tag Kingsley, says Marco. Always was sceptical on Bergman mid because they got Wines, Drew Butters, even with Horn Francis out. Yeah, like, I was nervous about it as well, but I was just worried about the role. But I thought, well, all those half-back guys are there. Berman's played really well in the mids. I thought he was just going to keep going to the best mid. See, again, Rosie, Wines, and Drew in the midfield. So no Bergman at all. So Berman that time was on Callum Brown. I'm not sure if Toby Green's on the bench at the moment and Berman's just staying on, but Berman's a good defender. He's doing a good job on Toby so far. Only had 3 touches. Like I know that, but I don't know why Port was so like going, oh, Berman's playing well in the mids. He's going well, and then all of a sudden they go, oh, let's take Toby Green and let's play him deep in defence as a key defender. Like, Whitfield handball. See, Berman was near the ball. Missed it, completely missed it. And Port stuffing around with it. Toby looks a bit sore as well from that corky earlier. All the more reason to switch Berg on someone else if Toby's fully fit. Yeah, exactly, Bailey. Exactly right, mate. Exactly right. But Port are bloody stubborn when it comes to stuff like this. So now Berman's playing on Callum Brown. So he's just playing as a defender again. And again, if I'd known he was going to play defence, I would not have gone to him. Definitely wouldn't have gone to him. God damn, I knew I should have... I've honestly thought about bloody Doherty. And Berman's not even hungry enough to go, let's take a kick in. He just lets everyone else take it. So Rosie's got... Well, Rosie's got the kick in, that's fine. But again, Berman, middle of the 50, not leading, not looking like wanting the ball at all. He leads, but leads way too late. God damn it. And then Bergman was there, and then Farrell takes the intercept mark instead. I wonder if did Bergman run over to this side? My God, that is such a shit kick from Aaliyah then. Tackle from Bergman. Berman needs some of that Bailey Smith thirst, says Marco. Agreed. Yeah, well, Toby Green's going to struggle all game. They don't need Bergman on him. They should put Bergman to Tom Green to stop Tom Green's influence. That would be what a smart coach would do. They'd look and go, oh, well, the guy you're tagging is hampered. So let's take someone else. Drew did not look once to switch then. And he's kicked into the midfield. It was a crap kick to begin with. Bergman +6 coming up. Good. Somehow he's on 40. And I'm complaining. And there's still 7.5 minutes to go. And he's on 40. So he's not going bad at all. It's just, this is not the role I signed up for. Don't tag my Pookie Tom Green, says Angus Heasley. Burton, switch it. Burton, switch it. Switch it. Switch it. I know you can't hear me, but switch it. Go to Elliot. No, what are you doing? Port never, ever look to switch. Like, they just go long at every opportunity possible. I'm Burton at the start of the end. That was a hard watch, says Caleb Fife. Oh, it is a hard watch, and he's on 40 somehow, but I'm complaining because it's just not what I signed up for. Like, he's on 40. Like, he's going all right. It's fine, but it's, yeah, at the same time, it's also like, well, he could just go missing for the next half an hour and still be on 40. Tim Ashworth, do you have a girlfriend? Very personal question there, Tim. No, I don't. Exceptions. You need a giant mid to start taking the game over. That's the only way I see him taking Bergman off Green. What? I think Tom Green's been pretty good at the moment so far. If Rodgers was healthy and wasn't a late out, I was never bringing Bergman in. It was always Bice to Hardiman. Yeah. Well, I guess obviously you got the 93 from Bice, which I guess is good. So, hang on. Were you saying it was always Bice to... Oh, so you're saying you were going Bice to Hardiman, but you changed it because of the... out. Is Bergman here for a short kick? Maybe a switch? No, Finlayson's not going to go to Bergman. Go to Bergman. Go to Bergman. No. It is a good kick, but... Hugh Jackson lining up for goal. Whitfield winks as Marco. No, it just seems to be roaming everywhere. Bergman should leave Port if this is how they're going to use him, says Crinkly Cut. Agreed. I thought he was kicking short. They're showing the replay. If Port win this game as well, they'll more than likely keep the same setup with Berg down back, says Bay Lolacidis. Yeah. Bergman needs some of that Buddy Smith there, says Marco. Toby isn't even on, says Edge. Yeah, he's not even on, but he's still playing defence. Carr probably would play Berg in the mid, says Bailey. I'm not sure what he would do, but yeah, maybe. Port a corridor team, says Angus. Tim Ashworth, sorry, just wasn't sure. No, all good, mate, all good. I was only mucking around anyway. So Whitfield's up to 37 as well. So he started getting a little bit busier after a quiet start. If you haven't liked it yet, keep making sure you smash a like on the video. We're up to 39. So we're nearly... Let's try and get to 50 by half time. So we've got 5 minutes. So if you haven't smashed a like on it yet, please do. Our 100 is our goal for every stream. So Hugh Jackson goal. So they're playing like Boak in the midfield over Bergman. So they've got Boak, Zach Butters, and Ollie Wines. And Bedford's not even in there tagging Butters. So the whole coaching from both teams is just very, very odd. Like they're not tagging Butters. They're not bloody Bergman's on Toby Green. So Toby Green's back on. Bergman with a handball. Bergman might get it. No, I was going to say Bergman will get it back, but who was that spud that kicked it out? Josh Sin. Yeah, no surprise. Josh Sin kicked out when he should have given the handball back over to Bergman. Harvey Thomas. The line. That'll be rushed. Hugh Jackson, rookie downgrade next week, says Marco. Maybe if he's still in the team. Obviously, he's already had the bye, so he would be handy. So this is where I'd love Bergman to take a kick in or two. I don't know why they don't actually use him as a kick in every now and again. Don't know why they don't. 41 likes now. Appreciate a couple of people that just did that then. If you can keep smashing the likes, that'd be fantastic. Joe Richards got Bergman. Go, Bergman. Oh, why would you leave the ball for Vicentini to take the mark? You don't want your ruckman having a shot for goal like that. And see, that's where he doesn't have those pig tendencies. He's not a fantasy player because he doesn't want it. He doesn't really care if he doesn't get it. Like if that was a Bont or a Dawson, they probably would have marked that. If that was a Dacos, he definitely would have marked it. 50-meter penalties -3 fantasy. No. Yeah, that was poor. Why would you let your ruckman mark it? He's missed it anyway. Like, it's just dumb football. Like, he was going to Bergman in the first place, and he goes, oh, actually, I'm going to leave it. Dumb football. Good on you, Bergman. Don't even know where he... And see, there you go. Toby Green is literally in the goal square, and Bergman's followed him there. Like, just why? He's clearly hampered by that corky. I literally said, if anyone remembers, I said that at quarter time. I'm like, the worst result would be if Bergman still tags Toby Green, even though he's injured. And clearly that's what they're doing, because Port don't ever have anything other than a plan A. There's no plan B, C, or D. It's just, that's our plan and we're going to do it. And he's on 42, right? So he's going along all right, but this is just something I'm going to have to trade out next week. And whoever's got him is probably going to have to trade out based on what I've seen. Because if they're going to do full grand tags, I'm not interested in having Bergman in my team if he's doing that. I'd honestly rather keep Ned Long, who's on bye, and trade Bergman, who's going to play at the moment, unless something changes. The roll's poor, but he's going all right. Nervous for next week, says Stu. Yeah, exactly right. And that's what I'm nervous for next week as well. If he might play Cozzy Pickett, and Cozzy Pickett might take him deep to the goal square. And I don't want any part of that. So, well, Bergman can have one game in my team, and then he'll be gone straight away. That goes to Port. That'll be a tackle for Bergman, and it's not going to go. So that won't be a tackle, I don't think. See, Toby Green's clearly struggling with this corky. Like, you don't need a Bergman on him. You could literally just put any defender on him and go tag someone else. And I'm hoping that Port actually make that adjustment half time. That they don't need to tag Toby because he's clearly hampered by this corky. Two minutes to go in the quarter. Been a low-scoring fantasy game. Literally only Rosie's on track for a ton at the moment. Unless, no, you got a couple. You got Buckley, Ash, Riccardi. Tom Green's just outside as well. So Madden, free kickers again here. Toby gets the ball and Bergman not there for the tackle. Is that what happening now? It's about to happen now, or... So Whitfield tackle. Will be forced to keep Bergman next week knowing fantasy? There'll be a forced trade coming up. Yep, probably, Bailey. Probably. And it's annoying, right? It's annoying because I knew this was a possibility. Like, I knew that there was a chance that Bergman could just play defence. But I just thought, with all those ins coming in this week, I thought, yep, Bergman will go to Tom Green. They match up well. Makes a lot of sense. But Port are just like, nah, it makes too much sense. We're going to do something that doesn't make as much sense. So here's Tom Green again. Like, Tom Green's actually having a good game. And Alir just tunneled Bergman. So Bergman couldn't make the intercept mark there. Yeah, so there you go. Well done, Alir. Good on you, mate. Absolute idiot. Getting in Bergman's way when he's gone for the mark. So... This is a very excruciating watch. It's the best way to sum it up. Excruciating. Yeah, we goal for Darcy Jones. Berman to tag Elias's Marco. That was Hogan's fault. Oh, sorry. I probably said Elias. No, I meant Hogan. So someone tunnelled him, but Tom Green getting busier now. Wonder if Port have a tagger for him. Yeah, exceptions. I don't know. Maybe that. I'm not sure if they do. Happy Riccardi draft owner here, says Angus. Fire up Bales, and rightfully so, says Todd Gray. Put the VC on Rosie last minute when I knew Baz was out, feeling a little kiss, says Chris. Oh, mate, no, it's fine. It's all good. You take it. Probably one of our very own Baileys in Bailey Smith. What's up, Bales? Just turning in. How is the team going this weekend so far, says Todd Waters. It's going okay. Brought in Berman, who's tagging Toby Green, and Toby Green's got a corky and he's playing deep forward. So, yeah, that's going fantastic. There you go again. So Butters, Drew, Rosie. So what they'll do is they'll put Drew on Tom Green, and they won't worry about tagging using Berman's tag. They'll just leave Berman down back. It's just finally thought I was starting to get my team in good shape, and now I'm gonna have to trade someone I've literally just brought in. So that's always fun. Where are we up to with the chat? Did I catch up? How was the Adelaide game, says Andrew. Mate, very, very good. Very, very happy. Very much enjoyed it. Todd Gray Bales only have 2 players on the buy next week. Oh, that's good. At least you can trade out players that you don't want. That's for sure. Like, it'd be good if Giants actually got the ball forward. Like, they're just leaving it in the middle of the ground, and it means that Bull Berman's stuck in defensive 50. But there's another kick. And that will be half-time. Madden or McCarthy, says Todd Gray. I'm not sure. Maybe Madden. Berg actually isn't going that bad. 24 in the first, 18 so far in the second. If he can get 90 or 100, be amazing. But I'll be happy if he can get 80. Oh, mate, he's going to get nowhere near 80. Like, he scored. He's going well, but he's scored in like little tiny bursts. And the fact that he's playing as a fullback on a guy that's injured in Toby Green, is dumbfounding what they're doing. If he's injured, just put any defender on Toby Green and put Berman to tag some, but they're not going to do it. Bales, do I need to go back and watch the replay of the Crows watch-along? Reckon there would have been scenes from you. There was no watch-along for the Crows game, Todd. I was out watching the game, so... all this talk with Berg training in the mids for him to train on Toby. Yeah, exactly. And that was the other reason, right? You're training bloody... And, of course, now they've got Sam Taylor on the screen doing the interview. All week, training with the mids... All those half-backs come in. We thought, midfield role should be there. And then they go, Porter just going to stuff us up. And we'll go, let's tag Toby Green. Seriously. Just another reason for me to hate Port. Another reason for me to hate him. If you trade Berman, he'll go straight back to the midfield, says Angus. Oh, yeah, probably. Yep. But to be honest, I'd rather enjoy watching football games instead of sitting here just with excruciating pain, having to watch a player that I really don't want in my team anymore. I'm looking at Riccardi in my forward line, says Andrew. I wouldn't be trading in Riccardi. He's a draft player only. Whitford, a Hail Mary VC for me after Baz. What is he doing? He's not playing that role, so he's just not going too great. I've had Closey sitting on my bench since round 3 for a total of 16 points till he covered for Baz today. Kiss, says Todd Waters. Congrats with that, mate. Stu, pretty average game, to be honest. Thought Giants were a top 4 team. Not this year, they're not. Not this year. Not this year. So let's go through the scores at halftime. So what have we got? We've got Rosie's on 68, going along very well. Quite a quarter of that one there, but still 68's good, very good. Tom Green, 59. Riccardi, 57. Ash, 56. Buckley, 53. And then you got Drew, 48. Butters, 46. Hugh Jackson's on 44, going along pretty well. Farrell, 44. Berman is on 42. Like, I'm complaining, but he's still on an okay score. But he's played 93% game time, and he scored those points in bunches. He could easily be on 20. Whitfield, 41. Vicentini's on 41 as well. Madden's on 36. O'Halloran's on 35, Fonty 34, Wines 33, Josh Kelly 33. Good old Sam Taylor's on 32. Toby Green's on 20, had 3 touches. And there you go. That's how we're looking. So, yeah. And funny enough, there is a chance that Birmingham could be on 50 if they actually added those 2 tackles from the first quarter. But I don't think they will. But yeah, make sure you guys keep smashing like on the video. We're up to 45 likes. So we are obviously nearly halfway there. So if you haven't liked it, please do. I'd like to get to 100 before we finish the game on the TV. Because we keep streaming after, and then we get it done after. Be good to get it done before. So that's a challenge for everyone out there. If we can get the likes done before this game finishes tonight. There, Angus says you're such a Debbie Downer. Oh, mate, that's fantasy, mate. That's what happens with the watchalongs. You sometimes have me up and about. Sometimes you have me down, and unfortunately, it is down, which it probably couldn't be because it's 68 for Rosie, 42 for Berman. But the fact I traded in Birdman and he's now playing as a key back, I'm not liking it. My favourite fantasy player of all time is Pig Tom Mitchell. He was too good, says Marco. Agreed. Brisbane Bloods. A-Bars is a Saturday. Late morning preview time slot going to be a regular thing. I don't know. It might be. I guess it just comes down to what everyone prefers. Like, we did it today because we couldn't do it last night, but a few people said they enjoyed the Saturday morning one. So if most people wanted us to do pre-lockout chats in the morning, then that definitely could be something that because we're all free Saturday morning anyway, so we might do that moving forward potentially. But obviously, if there's a Crows game on that day, then obviously it would be Friday or whatever. But yeah, it could be something we look at. What team you want to win, says Elihu Lupo. Giants. Don't want Port to win. Andrew, I'm catching you up in my AFL Fantasy team score. Andrew, I'm in that many leagues, I haven't even caught up to date with our matchup, to be honest. I'm in so many leagues, I honestly can't keep track. Brisbane Bloods, not sure about the majority, but I thought it worked well today. Great to have them spread out, in my opinion, but that's me. But yeah, anyone that's watching now, let me know. Would you prefer the pre-lockout chat on a Saturday morning ahead of the first game, or would you want it on a Friday? Because obviously on the Friday, only one game has been played, whereas on the Saturday there's 2 games that have been played. So obviously there's less things people might have all their questions need answered before then. So it just depends what more people want. If more, because like Ball Boys do theirs obviously before ours, but if people want it more spread out, we could definitely look at doing that. So it depends what people were after. Switch the VC to Holmes after Bailey Smith. Mamma mia. Oh, well on Simon Stacks. Very nicely done. I meant spread out with the Ball Boys preview. What do you mean? What do you mean, Brisbane, then? Because we can't really do like any other time, because if we leave it later, it's going to then clash right with the game. I like the Saturday morning one. Don't mind either way, though, to be honest, says Moonboy. Yeah, as I said, what most people want is what we might do. Andrew says, how about Sunday morning? We definitely can't do Sunday morning because that will be way too late in the round, so we can't do that. Fiona says, yes, I like the Saturday morning chat. A few people like the Saturday morning chat. We have just passed 50 likes. We're up to 52 likes. So if you haven't liked it yet, we need 48. So, yeah. As I said, if we can get it done before the game actually finishes, that would be fantastic. Actually, I don't think we've done it before 3/4 time. So if we can get the likes up before 3/4 time to 100, that would be amazing. I think this Saturday morning is good because I think you'll get more people because you and the Ball Boys are one after the other. Yeah, it's a good point. Yep. Yeah, good point with that. That could work. Let me see. Any updates? Any late updates? Please just give a tackle or 2 to Bergman. That would be nice. They won't, but no, he's on 42 still. Don't think they'll add it. I reckon Sunday night just before The round review, says Marco. That's what I meant. Sorry for the confusion. What did you mean, Risen Bloods? Now I'm confused. Baylor says, yeah, Berman's sitting with defensive group and Rosie sitting with the mid, so probably won't be a change. Yeah. Oh, far out. Why did I bring him in? And I know Lemon brought him in as well, so clearly I'm not just being an idiot. Like, Lemon's a very good coach, and Lemon also brought him in. But it is just very frustrating bringing in someone and it being a hard watch. Oh, okay. So you're talking about accepts the message, Bruce Bloods. Yep. I've Tony McMullen and Lockie Ash, says Andrew. Oak looked like Berman sat with defender group in the rooms in the locker room. Cam not looking like potential swap. No, he won't. It won't. They won't swap it. I said to you guys, I said Porter's stubborn. They don't change their plans. They go, whatever their plans are, they stick to them. They could be losing by 100, but they won't change it. They'll just go, yep, we're leaving it like this. So they won't change it. He's clearly just going to follow. If Toby Green goes back into the mids, he will. But Toby Green ain't going back into the mids now. If he's got this corking, can hardly move, that Berman will just be in defence now. So people saying that, Berman's on 42, he's going okay. I'd be shocked if he went over 80. And if he did, great, but I don't think he will. I think he'll get maybe 60, 65. I don't think he'll touch it much. Simon Stacks, Berman's elite, but his role is not great. If they unleashed him as a mid, he'd be 110 plus. Can't believe Stewart burned us all season bars and then did that tonight after we trade him out. I'm not too fussed about Stewart doing that now. In terms of Berman, he is good. I don't know if he'd be a 110 player, but he'd be at least a 95, 100. But unfortunately, Port screwing us over yet again, like they always do. Rosie Hardiman at Madden this week, says Doug Fitzpatrick. Is that who you brought in, Doug, this week? Because that'd be very, very good trade-ins if that's the case. Todd Gray, that Bergman energy just radiates. Oh, mate, I'm very, very disappointed. Because I knew this was going to happen, right? But I was like, I need to go for a value player. I think there was a trade scenario if I didn't get Hardiman and I got Madden, I could have actually gone Matt Kennedy and Bont. That would have been the better move. Brisbane Bloods, could we get a team update, Bales, or we wait till the game ends? So you're talking about my team, Brisbane Bloods? I'll do that at the end of the game, yeah. I'll go through my team at the end of the game. I want Giants to win, says Elihu. Yep, mate, I do agree. I want them to win as well. Particularly with the way that what Port are doing now with Toby Green. They're bloody tagging with Berman at fullback. It's just stupid. It really is. Like, you look at your Berman size and Tom Green's size, they match. Like, they're both bigger midfielders. Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me at all. Particularly with Toby Green when he's clearly hampered. But that's right, Port Adelaide is stubborn. What's your favourite AFL team, says Elihu. Crows. I'm a Crows fan. Baylor says, just so hard when all the news from the week and all aspects of fantasy leads us to believe Berman would be a perfect bring-in, trains in the midfield all week, perfect tag target in Tom Green. Horn front's out and already had his bye. Exactly right, mate. Exactly right. And Porter just like, no, that makes too much sense. So we're going to go the other way. Midfield's new role is so frustrating, says Mo. Yeah, it's pretty frustrating the way he's been played at the moment. Henry V, having Madden utility would be a problem the following weeks for people unless they went Boyd out. Yeah, and obviously if you went Boyd out, you got hardly any money. But if you went another rookie out, your flexibility's not there. So they're talking about the Tom Stewart bump. He hasn't got anything to worry about, has he? That was he chose to bump. It was a massive hit, but there was nothing illegal about it. Their Sunskipper crunched in brutal bump by Tom Stewart. Bells, will the Saturday preview be Regulus as Bournes? If enough people like it, it potentially could be. Liam Rosenberg still got bias. Trade or keep next week. Trade. Don't get sucked into 93. Played on a wing, and I didn't like the role. I thought he was going to play halfback with Roberts out, but if he's playing on a wing now, his scoring is going to be way too up and down. He's got to go. Take 93 and say, Bicey, thank you. You redeemed yourself slightly from last week. Didn't go down a whole heap in cash and gave us a score, and trade him out. That's what I'll be doing. He'll go down a couple of K. He won't go down very much. He might even go up depending on how the magic number and everything works. And you trade him out. I'll need at least, you need about, 300K to go up to a 330K maybe to go up to a Butters. So that'll be what I'm looking at doing. So I'll look at maybe going like a Carroll down and someone else down. I'll have to get Keeler in. I know that. Actually, I've got Stone, so maybe I can go Bice down. So, Elihu says, my name is Cooper. Well, there you go. Well, would you prefer me to call you Cooper and not Elihu? I'm just reading out what's on the screen. So, Aaron Kleeman, petition to end the pre-lockout pod in place of 40 more minutes of Bergman. This is amazing. Fellow salty owner here. Oh, mate, it's, very bad. What's the score? Giants 40, Port 37. Owen Campbell. Hugh Jackson seems like the go-to downgrade option now. Potentially, if he's in this team and playing well, he could be. Elihu says, call me Cooper. Fair enough, I'll call you Cooper. Well, fair enough, I'll call you Cooper for now. I'll just have to, if I call you Elihu every now and again, apologies, but I'm just reading out what's on the chat. Thoughts on Chris Scott Bale, says Jimmy. Thoughts on, what about Chris Scott? What would you like me to give my thoughts on? Yeah, Bergman's still with the... So Rosie's now with the Defenders, and Bergman's also with the Defenders. So, just... shouldn't have brought him in. Still 56 likes, so we're slowly getting there. So if you haven't liked it yet, smash like and view. We're 44 away from 100 likes, which is our goal for every stream. If you guys haven't caught on to that. So if you guys can smash like on the video, get us to 100, that would be fantastic. Tony Ford brought in Jackson this round when I saw he wasn't sub. Yep, and you'd be happy with the score so far, Tony. Giants is going to win, says Cooper. I hope they do. Brian, is it Symes? Is that how you say your last name, Brian? Or it's not Sims, is it? Symes. I'm pretty sure it's Symes. What's wrong with Mariah? Says if I didn't have enough injury problems. He's the starting sub. So that's why he hasn't come into the game yet. He was the starting sub. 62 likes. We're getting there now. We're 62 likes now. Only 38 away. If you haven't liked it yet, smash a like. Hugh Jackson, number one downgrade target, says Steve-O. Maybe. We'll see what he ends up with. We've seen rookies could just go missing, so we'll see. If Baz's out next week as well, are you trading, says Owen Campbell. Yeah, I'll trade next week. If he's out next week, I'll trade, because then he'll miss next week. He'll play 1 week, and then he'll have the bye. I'm not having a $1.2 million player miss 2 of the next 3. I can take 1 week holding, but if he misses next week, he's gone. Tony Ford, which rookies would you be happy to play on field post buys if you had to have one on field? Probably like a Hardiman in this role, maybe. Levi, guys like that. Madden has looked decent. Tog and issue, says Callum Robson. Yeah, what is his Tog actually? Let's have a look. There was a tiny update there, nothing for Bergman. I still think he's missing a tackle or 2 from that first quarter. Madden, 62% game time. Yeah, it might be an issue. That's why, obviously, Riccardi's scoring a bit better because he's had a bit more time around the ball. Yep, something to keep an eye on. Is Bergman on the screen anymore? No, because they've adjusted now. He's not even on the screen, but he's on 42. I think Keeler is number one downgrade take, in my opinion, says Henry V. I like him as well. Yep, because I think Hugh Jackson is a mid, whereas Keeler's a forward, and I need a forward rookie next week. So at the moment, I'll be bringing him in. Man has looked decent. I said it from before from Callum. Bournes, who's your VC this week? So Cherry's my VC going into Nick Dacos captain on the Monday. If Baz is out next week, who are we getting? Kennedy. I'll go Baz down to Butters probably. But yeah, maybe I get Kennedy as well. Maybe I go Butters and Kennedy. That might be what I do. That probably is the ticket to getting Kennedy, to be honest. Correct me if I'm wrong. I didn't hear it properly, but I think David King had a problem with Stewart choosing the bump. I'll have listed back to after, but he might have done. It's McCarthy. Henry says exceptions. If McCarthy comes in next week, he's an option if he's not the sub, but we might not know that. So we're up to 64 likes now as well. So we're 36 away now. We're getting closer and closer. So if you haven't smashed a like, please do. We're 36 away. Sorry, from 100. McCarthy. When do West Coast play next week? That's probably the question. So now they're still talking about Toby Green and that Corky. Literally, ever since that moment, he hasn't had a single CBA, and Berman's just been playing on him down back. So next week, West Coast, they'll play the final game, so we're not going to know until the final game if McCarthy is sub or not. So Toby Green's been subbed out of the game, injured, and Bedford has gone to Butters. The Crows play Brisbane, says Cooper. King said it was a high-risk play, says Callum. There you go. So Bergman's in the mids on Brent Daniels. So Toby Green's obviously not in the game anymore. So I wonder if Bergman is going to be actually unleashed into the mids. Well, he's playing on... or is he just going to be playing on Brent Daniels now? That might be where he's playing. Which, again, I don't really know why you're tagging Brent Daniels or playing on Daniels, but fair enough. Looks like Green's been sub. Maybe Bergman moves it onto a different play. Yeah, so looks like he's gone to Brent Daniels. If Mini starts McCarthy sub, I might change teams to the exceptions. It'd be interesting to see what happens there. Bergman go for the tackle. Why? Whitfield going for goal. That'll be a behind. Jimmy, already over this week. Bales looking at next week. If Baz is out, Baz to Kennedy, Long to Butters, Cleary to Jackson. That could be something a play, Jimmy, if you can do those. It's definitely something to look at. Kick for Bergman. Take it. If he can scrape himself to a 90, make a bit of cash, and I can trade next week. Why was he tagging injured Green in the first place? Oh, because Port are stubborn. They don't change their plans if something happens. They should have changed it earlier. I still don't understand why they haven't put Bergman on Tom Green. Like, it makes all the sense in the world to put Bergman on Tom Green in the middle, but they're like, nah, let's put him on Brent Daniels, who's a small forward. So Rosie started off half back, and he's just got a kick there. Baylos says, my trades this week, Bales, was Roberts to Bergman, Garcia to Zach Johnson, and Marek to Kennedy. Being a 300k, would you change the Zach trade to Hardiman or keep 300k for next week? I would go get Hardiman over Johnson if you can. Yeah, I'd do that. Yeah, Hardiman's going to be... I think Hardiman would be good. So I'd adjust it. Bergman. Mark. Intercept mark. So some more points for Bergman. We'd like to see it. The Crows are third on the ladder, says Cooper. Yep, mate. Very, very happy with how the Crows are going this year. Zach will come off field next week anyway, says Bailey. I would still go Hardiman regardless. I'd go for Hardiman instead. Hardiman, I think, will make more cash. Zach Johnson, you can see how he goes this week. And if he goes well, then you can jump onto him. But I would go for Hardiman. They're going to Bergman here over Daniels. That's a mark for Bergman. That's a mark. Thank you, Bergman. Another +6 coming up here. Here we go. He might actually be getting some points now. Like to see it. When you traded Bolton Bales, says Steve-O. He's still my team. Haven't traded him yet. I like the matchups for the bye before the end of the byes. North Melbourne, Eston, St Kilda. So I'll probably hold for a few weeks. Plus, he's probably not that far away from the top 6 forwards. So why is everyone thinking Baz is out long term? Says Henry V. I think people are just asking if he's out, but I think he'll play next week. It sounds like it was very precautionary. So Berman's up to 57 now. This has just been such a roller coaster. If I was watching myself, I'd be saying, Bales, shut up, stop complaining. He's not doing that bad. You're making a big deal about it. It's not like he's on 20. And you're probably right if someone was saying that. What's Madden's line tonight? Justify trading him in, says DK2000. I don't think you need to. I don't think there's a line to justify trading him in. I think he was a fine trade in. I think he was a fine option. I know Guesty and Jordox both went for him in their own team. So, like, if he gets a 60 plus, you'd be pretty happy. Like a rookie scoring a 60 is fine. Obviously, against Port, you were hoping maybe an 80. And you can still get there, right? But the low game time obviously is there as well. Oh, God, that's a dangerous kick. I just got a handball away. Good tackle from Sam Taylor. Here we go. Bale says it's edge. Elliot 650. Apologies if you've been asked before, but do you think it's time to get off Rankin? Yeah, Elliot. Yeah, we've had a few questions about Rankin. Rankin's an interesting one. Again, we'll chat about it more in depth on Monday, but he's one that you could trade. The only problem is that he's got Richmond and then Melbourne after his bye. So they're games where he could actually score really well regardless. So, and again, I'm still wanting to get rookies off field before trading Rankin, right? So, and then I've got guys like Bolton, Bergman, guys like that I want to move on eventually. That's my worry. HJD, surely even if it's one more you hold, he's so expensive, it'll be impossible to get him back, says HJ. Yeah, no, so if it's one more though, HJ, the only problem is that he's missing, he would then miss round 14, he'd play round 15, then miss round 16. Like, I don't want a $1.2 million player that misses 2 of the next 3 weeks. So I would use that to go down to a Butters and then go a rookie up to someone else and do a bit of maybe a double upgrade. I get 2 premiums in and get one of those rookies off field. That would be what I would do. And then I'd just have a plan to get Bailey Smith back in. Bales, can I ask, of these 4 mid-prices, who do you think goes first? Who are the mid-prices, Todd? Which ones? Bergman, CBA again. Madden's got the free kick here. And Daniels has got the kick, so he got away from Bergman there. If Daniels is playing mid, that's fine. I don't mind. Funny, could you just imagine if Bergman actually bloody tons up here and I'll bloody can complain the whole watch along and then Bergman ends up having a good score? But yeah, Todd, which ones? Rankin, Graham, Levi, McAuliffe. Well, I wouldn't say Rankin's a mid-pricer. The other 3 are. Rankin's not mid-pricer. Rankin stays. Graham's actually been all right. He might stay as well. What's Graham been doing last few weeks? I'm not exactly sure. Levi, he can go as soon as now. And then McAuliffe had a decent score, but he's on bye, obviously. McAuliffe can probably go this week. Levi to Horn France if he's back next week, says Weary. I wouldn't be going to Horn France if he's back next week because he could play forward. So I would be waiting on Horn Francis to see him drop and then see a good score. Bergman short, Bergman. They're going to Rosie, that's fine. Rosie +6 coming up. Is he going to Bergman? No. That's Farrell. Sava. I wonder if Bergman's next. Yeah, Bergman. Here we go. Bergman +6. Yes, come on, Bergman. Come on, mate. Here he goes. I'm going to look like an idiot, aren't I, if he goes and has a good score. Me can play in the whole first half. And he's the 3rd highest scorer of the game. Like, I've said Tom Green's had a good game. He's 3 points behind Tom Green. It is pretty crazy. Who are your top 6 forwards, says Bournes. Baz, obviously, number 1. Nick Martin, number 2. Matt Kenny, number 3. That's my order for those 3. I think then rest of them are pick your 3, right? I think Petrarca's 1. I think McRae will be 1. So it comes down that last spot. Is it Rankin? Is it Warner? Is it Caleb Daniel? Is it Grind Meyer? It's probably Grind Myers at the moment, isn't it? It's probably Myers. So, yeah, it's probably Myers at the moment. So it's probably Petrarca, McRae when he's back, and then Myers are probably they're my top 6, I'd say. Missed the second half so far. Any update, says Angus. Yeah, Berman's actually scoring all right. He's Toby Green got subbed out. And he's playing on Brent Daniels now. He's playing a little bit more in the midfield. So, you're getting kissed, mate, says exceptions. Are you talking about me getting kissed? Exceptions. I hope you're not talking about me, mate. Because if someone's had all the bad luck like I have this year, if you get some luck going your way, it's not kissed. Like, you get the rub of the green sometimes, and if he's going to score well, then great. I'll take the rub of the green. It's a bit like the Crows last night, right? The Crows didn't get kissed because Brisbane missed all the chance. They got lucky, which they haven't been lucky for the last 4 years, right, when it comes to these close games. So, I'm a bit like the Crows. Like, a little bit of luck goes my way, that's fine. Berman's doing fine. Bales lost, says Lee Everett. Oh, no, I know he is now. Yeah, he is, but he wasn't. I was still very, yeah. Probably his coping mechanism is to call him mid-price to loss, says Henry V. Lee Vodahorn, I said that before. Bales, I don't own Berman. I wish I got him this week, and here you are ripping him to pieces all game. Yeah, well, shit happens, as they say. I'll join you in looking like an idiot if he tons, says Casa Riches. Mate, I hope I look like an idiot. I really want to look like an idiot, because if he goes 110 or whatever, like Stu says there, Berman going 110 bars, I hope he does, because then I'd happily look like an idiot, because I'll be like, cool, I'm an idiot, and I'll take the 110. So, we're up to 68 likes now as well, so if you haven't smashed a like on it yet, please do. We are getting close to 100 likes, so we've got a fair few people watching now, so appreciate everyone that's tuning in tonight. Very much appreciate it. No Shea Bolton, says Angus. Nah, not for me. Not top 6 for me. He's going to have a few floor games. He'll have some good games, but he'll have some floor games as well. I think Rangan plays too much forward. Isn't really an accumulator either, says Moonboy. LM, I wasn't even looking that hard at Berman, thinking he was doing a first half bont the way you were talking him down. Hey, as there's still a long way to go, and he might still do nothing for the remainder of the quarter and be stuck on a 60. So he's done well this quarter. I'm going to see how he goes for the rest of the game before making any snap judgments. Even though my snap judgment at the moment is I'm still trading him out. I still don't like the role. And there's a Rosie intercept mark. Berman was near there. Looks like, is Berman coming off? No, he's just running out the way. Brian Symes, I haven't been able to sell Horn Francis as I've got so many injuries. He's just sitting on my bench. Is it worth selling him for a low break-even player and then buying him back a lot of price? If you've held him now, you probably hold. If he's back next week, you just hold him through. Bale's professional Moz, says Bailey. Yeah, well, I guess we'll see. Rosie, that's a miss, I think. Ash, so many bad turnovers. We need Whitfield back there now. See exceptions. I don't know why Whitfield isn't playing this. Like, why did they move him out of this half-back role? Like, he's an all-Australian half-back flanker, and they've moved him out of this half-back role. Like, I just don't get it. Oh, Rosie nearly intercepting Sam Taylor. All the players getting over to Rosie then. Bales, have you thought about doing these on Discord? That way, the game can be shown. No, I haven't really thought about it, to be honest. I just do it on YouTube. Because obviously I want to try and make this a full-time gig, like full-time fantasy podcaster, if you will. and I don't think I'd get paid from Discord. Whereas at least YouTube, I get some payments, not a lot. YouTube take a lot of it, but yeah, I'll probably keep it on here for now. But who knows what will happen in the future. Baxter traded. Hang on, that wasn't Burn, was it? No. Traded Bice into Rosie. Trading Bice to Rosie better payoff, says Baxter. Oh mate, I think it probably is at the moment. Rosie's on 86, and he's kicked 1 goal 3. Could easily be more than that. So I think he's done all right. Henry V. Anyone thinking to move off Chad Warner on his bye? Nah, not me. No, he's okay. He had an 80 today, but that could have easily been a ton, and a pretty good ton as well. But 5 free kicks against is pretty much 30, 40 points lost. Stream would be so laggy on Discord, says Golden Guys. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it would be or not. Should try multi-stream with Twitch and YouTube, says LM. I could do that. I do like having everyone on YouTube. It creates a community just on the one platform. And then I've got to pay on StreamYard to go across multiple platforms. So, gotta love that play. Madden kicked Ash, kick Rosie, mark points, says Doug Fitzpatrick. Jay Suts, I meant the Watchalong. Sure, you could do like $2 for Watchalong and screen the game together, says Jay Suts. I don't know if you still can though. I'm not sure. I do like YouTube though. Like I'll probably keep it here for the time being, but no, it's something that you never know in the future. We could definitely look at. Oh, Bergman, go out to the outer side, mate. You're not going to get involved in the bloody chip mark this way. Sin mark. Do you think Bice a hold over his bye? Nah, he's a trade. You have to trade him. He was only a hold this week because we had Roberts out, right? But Roberts will be back next week. If Bice on a wing, I don't like that role. Luke Trainer scored 84, says Andrew. Yep, no, he was good today. People just want you to illegally stream the games for them, says Henry V. Bergman's still wandering around looking lost, Carter Richards. That's a good... Yeah, no, I know that he's obviously scoring right now, but it's still a hard watch. Okay, scoring well, but I'm still not really enjoying the Bergman experience. It's pretty hard to watch. Butter's playing like he's leaving Port. He's going to lose more cash, says Baxter. Oh, we always knew he was going to lose cash this week, right? Like, he's playing Giants. Bedford was likely to go to him. Bedford has gone more to him in this quarter than what he did in the first half, so... congrats on the Crom Bales win. How unreal is Dawson? What score would you take from a Fonty tonight to field over Angus Clark tomorrow? I'd take 50 plus probably over Angus Clark, and thank you, mate. Very happy with the Crows win has. And yeah, Dawson's he's a beast. I really hope I'm hoping he keeps this up because it would be good to be on Brownlow night, actually be interested, like even more invested. I always love the Brownlow, right? I watch it every year. But it'd be cool to like sit down and hope that a player that I love and a player from my own team actually have a good chance of winning. So we'll see how he goes. Still whole half of the year to go. Like we've seen players have good first halves and then not get many votes. But the way he started the year has been exceptional. So yeah, very, very good. Bell's at a merch store, says Moonboy. That might come in time. Maybe do some merch or whatever. But I just haven't really looked into it too much, to be honest. But yeah, maybe at some point, Moonboy. Oh yeah, forgot that's why people want the screen share, because Cello Footy isn't free anymore, says Exceptions. Doug Fitzpatrick, how could you not go Ash, take every kick in? Yeah, I'm not sure. Dougie should be taking a lot more. Whitfield should be back there as well, taking more. It should be Whitfield taking kick-ins and playing on and kicking it to Ash. That's what really should be happening. Is Sheldrick a hold through his buys? Break-even should stay relatively low. Would Lindsay go first? Says Oak. Yeah, Lindsay goes before him. Yep. Yeah, he'd go. Yep. I wish the Coaches Award was a big event like the Brownlow, says Moonboy. Yeah, well, I think that a lot of people view that as a big award as well, right? Is that if you're getting voted by the coaches with votes and stuff, it's not like a... Brownlow can sometimes be a bit of luck, right? Like one umpire might see something completely different. So, Berman is around the side here. We've still got 8.5 minutes to go. We're up to 70 likes as well, so we're 30 away from 100. So, can we get there before three-quarter time? That was... I set that goal if we get there before three-quarter time. Not sure if we will, but if you haven't liked it yet, make sure you smash a like. We are 30 away. hope I haven't missed any comments or anything like that. Baylor says, imagine a Dacos Dawson tie for the Brownlow, just like Rashudo Buckley, same team, same class, would be insane to see. To be honest, I probably just want, if Dawson's to win it, I'd just be happy with him winning it anyway, but I would prefer him just to win it, just himself. I'd prefer it not to be shared, but I guess we'll find out. We'll see what happens. And out of bounds. What gets to 100 first, the likes or Bergman? Well, hopefully both, but yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm not sure. We are up to 72 though, so we're 28 away. We're getting close. Coach Award would be good, but Bevo giving Smith no votes the other week was BS, best on ground. Yeah, that was probably a bit interesting that we didn't get best on ground, but is that Jackson? Yep, Jackson. No, go, no. I'll take Rosie points, but Port are going way too quick. Like, they're just, and I know that that's probably what they want, right? They want to be going quicker instead of this slow play, right? But I want some Bergman +6. If he gets 2 more +6, get to 75, I'll be happy. When did Giants become so bad, says Marco? Yeah, they're not playing very well this year. Again, they're playing guys like Whitfield out of position. Bailey's Law says, yes, Solo Brownlow wins will always be better. I bet the players wouldn't want that honour shared as well. Would be kind of bittersweet. Yeah, agreed. Did Bergman just get a touch? I think Bergman just got a touch there. I was looking down. He might have got a handball. That's holding the ball. Ash free kick. Ash holding the ball. Good for Pill that have got Ash. See, Giants all the time look to switch it. Like, even if it's sometimes not on, they always look to switch. Big ups, Bales. Loving your dedication to fantasy. Watching from London, UK. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate tuning in all the way out from the other side of the world, mate. Hope everything's going well over there. Are you trading long next week, Bales? Only 55 break even. I guess it depends how he goes on Monday, says Blake Barrett. Yeah, probably a bit of that. Depends what else I can do with moves next week. Am I trading out someone else? That'll be something I'll look at. But yeah, something I'll consider next week. I'm happy to hold or trade. Depends what I can do and what other moves I've got to do. At the moment, Bergman's probably got to go for me. I don't love this role. Is Laird in your team, says Fiona? No, he's not, unfortunately. If he scored a few more hundreds, he might be. But go, Mead, what are you doing? What kick was that? Like, he's kicking down the line on his non-preferred to no one in particular, but he had Butters behind for a handball, and in turn, Butters probably would have then kicked to Bergman. But he goes, nah, let's go long down the line. What's the score, says Cooper? 45 to Port and 40 to GWS. Yeah, so Bergman got a handball when I said he got something, so he's on 65. Doug Fitzpatrick Harm in Singapore. Good. I hope you're going well in Singapore, Doug. Appreciate you tuning in from Singapore. Good to see some people tuning in that aren't in Australia at the moment. Grover, C Bales up to 65, C 80, very possible. Goes well, could get 90 to 100. Yeah, but I still don't like the role though. Like, he's tagging players that aren't really mids. Like, he's tagging players that go mid, then forward. It's like, I'd prefer him tagging and staying in the midfield. Who are your top mid targets this week? Already have Dawson, Bont, Dacos, Green, says Chris. Are you talking about next week? Or are you talking about this week, like round 13 trades? Or are you talking about next week? What's the score, says Cooper? Yeah, I said before, Port Adelaide are on 45 and GWS are on 40. So, Port up by 5 points. He's kicking it to Fonty. Come on, says Haz. Give it to, here's Bergman. Come on, Bergman. Go, Bergman. Kick it, son. Bergman kick. He's up to 68. Still 5.5 minutes to go. Sam Taylor set mark. Holmes found consistency last year. Now he's found a ceiling. Think he'll be a fantasy relevant star for many years to come now. Agreed, Moon Boy. He was very, very good today. Oh, Bergman intercept mark potentially? No. Next week, says Chris. So next week, you'd be wanting to look at, well, if a Walsh goes well, one of those Carlton they go well, maybe they're a target. Bont to target. Kennedy is a mid-forward to target. Butters, obviously. Butters is probably the number one because he'll be cheap. You've then got... Butters got holding the ball, free kick. Give it to Bergman. Don't give it to Farrell. I would say don't give it to Farrell. Farrell's a great kick, right? But really annoying when we've got Bergman. Semto was unlucky not to get a trip there. Yeah, probably guys like that, I'd say. Chris. Exceptions. North Melbourne versus West Coast. I think North will win, Cooper. I think he'll win. Exceptions, hopefully Whitfield back in defence when Finn and Cogs are back. Oh, we can only hope, mate. Still don't know why they're playing him in the forward line. Doesn't make any sense. That's why you put Berman in the middle, says Castle Riches. Henry V, this Whitfield role makes Ash a top 3 defender if it continues. JR, is Jackson looking any good for downgrade next week? Yeah, he's a potential option. Yep, he's looked all right tonight. Well, he's looked pretty good. So Bergman's now on someone else. Who's Bergman on now? That's not Brent Daniels anymore. Not sure who Bergman was on. So Ash with the kick in. Obviously played on. Get 70 Madden, says Moon Boy. Annie Brayshaw, says George. Yeah, sorry, Annie Brayshaw. Yep, target. Maybe Sarong if you want to go for someone cheap. Hasn't shown a lot, but could still be a potential option. I think Whitfield just got a kick away there. If Doc plays half-back, Ned Long to Doc, making money looks like a good move depending on the Doc. Yeah, Doc's someone I'm looking at. Joint test, I could get Brayshaw and Jackson next week with Ashcroft and Bice out. There's Rosie with a handball. Yeah, that's something to look at. I could go, I'm potentially looking at maybe like a Levi to Doherty, Bice down, and then maybe Ned Long to Butters, potentially. You taking Butters over Sarong next week with the Dockers matchups? Yes, I am, because Sarong's still the number one tag guy, so I'm still nervous about that. So Brent Daniels now up at the stoppage, but Bergman's in defence now. I don't even know who Bergman's on at the moment. Bergman. Yes, Bergman. Intercept mark. Beautiful, mate. Keep going. Who's he on? Is he on McMullen at the moment? Why is he on McMullen for? I don't understand why he's playing as a defender at the moment. That's free kick for Georgiades. That's not advantage. The game stopped. I hate when the umpires pay that advantage, when everyone stops, looks at the umpire, and they go, oh, it's advantage. Like, it's not. And Finlay said, Mark. Did Finlayson just kick that straight to Nick Madden then? Yeah, Nick Madden +6. Did anyone get a goal, says Cooper? No, Port got it behind, so it's still 46-40. Jack Steele under 3% ownership, says Chris. Yeah, Jack Steele's another option. I just wonder what he's going to be like if McRae's back. Because he's gone well, but McRae has been out. So I'm intrigued to see how they go when he's back. Oh, that's a bad turnover. Switch the ball, Boke. Boke, switch the ball. Switch it. Bokey, switch it, mate. It's going short to Butters. Butters, switch it, please. Berman's probably not if they switch it. Switch it, Butters, please. Switch it. Switch it. And he looked at Berman as well. Then he went, nah, I'm going to go long. Thanks, Butters. Appreciate that, mate. Butters over Sarong any day of the week, says Johnny Test. Yes, still has been nice to own last 5 rounds, but scoring does align with McRae out Little, says Bailey. All sees. Yep. How's the game going? I've been in and out, says Max. So it's going all right. Still not a great game, really, the way it's going. Bourbon up to 74, though. That is helping. Ash is up to 99. So Ash has had a massive quarter. I can't even remember what Ash was on at halftime. Was he on like 50-something? Oh, Bourbon's given the free kick to Bed against him. So Bedford gets that there. Butters back down to 68. Did anyone get a goal? No, still not Cooper. Tom Green, who's been a bit quieter this quarter, but he's up to 76 now. Brought in Walsh and Dot this week. Bales that needed to keep upgrading and get rookies off the field. 56 Ash. Yeah, so he's had a 43-point quarter so far. And there's Whitfield. So Madden's up to 66 as well. So Madden's had he's had a 30-point quarter as well. So he's going along all right. He's still going to be good. If he's named again next week, he's going to be a good cash cow to jump onto. So what do we got? We got a minute left. One more Berman +6 to get to 80 at three-quarter time would be massive. And I reckon Farrell's going to handball to Berman then if it wasn't for bloody McMullen tackling him. Why is Berman on McMullen for? Like, that doesn't make sense whatsoever. Like, I could understand it being on Brent Daniels, but Berman, kick on the 77 now. Cannot believe he's on track for a ton. Switch to Berman. Oh, it's 50. So you got 38 seconds to go. And Farrell's going to go for goal. That might come back with a breeze. No, just missed it. Whitfield kick in. This was the bloke you were complaining about to the exceptions. Mate, the role was still crap. I know he's scoring well, but the role is still not very good. Okay, scoring well, right, but he has had 95% game time as well. He's played the whole quarter and the whole second quarter, so hope someone can get a goal, says Cooper. Yeah, it's 47-40 now, so Port are still up by 7 points. If Giants get I was hoping Giants would get a quick kick forward. And there's Sam Taylor again, another intercept mark. Don't think there'll be time for anything for Berman now, so that'll probably be the quarter. Would you still recommend Berman for next week, or do you think you got away with one this week? Roll isn't there. I've got away. Well, if anyone's jumped at Berman, I feel like we've got away with one. He had a pretty good quarter there. So what did he have? 35-point quarter for Berman. I do feel like we're getting away with one because he hasn't had a good role. Like, he has been in the midfield, so like the midfield role is partly there, but it's not like the midfield role where he was against Dawson, just midfield the whole time. If he was to tag a Petrarca next week, he'd be midfield. But if he was to tag Cozzy Pickett, maybe not as much forward. So not as much mid. I know I'm joking, says exceptions. Oh, mate, no, all good. I know you're joking as well. Berman, such a scrub, sub 130, third quarter time, not good enough. This is Henry V. If Berman gets 100, do we get an apology, says Lee Everett. No apology, because I'm still commenting on what I'm seeing, but I'll be happy. King of the Stone Age 7 says, does Butters have the Bedford tag? Not watching, I'm working. Well, appreciate you tuning in, King of the Stone Age, while you're working, mate. It's been on and off. Bedford's gone to him a lot, but then he's also gone to Rosie at times. It hasn't been like a heavy tag, so is it halftime, says Cooper. No, three-quarter time. So, yeah, so King of Stone Age. It's been like a 50-50 split pretty much. But let's go to the scores anyway. So we've got Connor Rosie is on 99. Going along very nicely. Lockie Ash is on 99 as well. Buckley's on 82. Bergman's on 77. It's quite interesting. He's on 77. Tom Green, 76. Butters, 71. So Butters, big target next week. I hope he doesn't go much over 100. Like, it'd be good to see him drop a little bit. Like, if he scores an 80, he'll be like 9-15 next week. Madden's on 66, so he's going along nicely. Looking like he'll put up an 80, 85, 90 potentially. Boak's on 66, and he was on like 2 points at some point. Whitfield, 63. Visitini, 62. Farrell, 61. Fonte, 54. That's okay if you've got Fonte. Wines, 53. Obviously, he's been a bit quiet. Pretty low game time there as well. Hugh Jackson, 53. Was pretty quiet that quarter, but still 53 is not bad. Good old Santaz on 52. Who else we got? Oh, Halloran's on 40. That's not a great score. Josh Kelly's on 37 as well. It's a couple of low scores there for some Giants. And obviously, Daniels only just came on as a sub. Had a pretty good quarter there, 23 points. And yeah, Toby Green subbed out on 20. And I nearly went there. I went Bolton over Toby Green. So I'm glad I didn't go there in the end. But I know Guesty did, unfortunately. So, What do we got? We've got 72 likes. So if you haven't smashed a like yet, please do. We are nearing 100, so we're still 28 away. We've got 1 quarter to get there. So if you haven't smashed a like yet, please do. That'd be very much appreciated. Exceptions. Whitfield kick in at the end there as well. Hope he's back for the last quarter. Yeah, except I hope he is as well, as someone that wants to bring him in at some point. But if he's not, yeah, interesting. Funny that as well that Birdman could be on 85 if they actually counted those tackles for him as well. Has tried to change Loman in for Madden into utility position. Got an error message saying Filippo can't play ruck. Yeah, I know the poo doesn't play ruck. This app is crap. Yeah, I know that happened for a few people this week. I think the way that I've fixed it in the past is if you're trying to reverse it, you just... Oh, no, hang on. It shouldn't matter. I don't even know how you'd fix that, to be honest. It hasn't come up for me yet, but... Marco, Madden has Brisbane and Gold Coast to come, which is pretty tough for Rucks, and the bye, which he will probably be dropped afterwards, so not sure it's worth going there if we didn't jump this week. Yeah, Marco, it's probably a good point. You needed the matchup this week, and then... But if he's got such a low break-even, even if he just goes and gets 50s for the next 2 weeks, he might make 100K in 2 weeks, and you just trade his bye. So that's something that I'll consider it next week. Like I might go down to him in utility, just to get maybe 100K before the buys for a quick cash grab and then move on. Because my team value's bad, so I might have to take that punt. Can't believe you told me to get Bolton over Myers, says Weary. Did I tell you to... When did I tell you to get Bolton over Myers? Was it the week that I got Bolton in? That was before, and that was before Bolton went on his good run. But also, when I just give advice, I'm just saying what I would do. Doesn't mean you have to follow the 9,540 ranked coach, meaning me. But yeah, apologies if that happened, Weary. But yeah. Figsy, are we confident or nervous with Berman? I brought him in. Thoughts on Dale's an option next week? Good run. No, Dale's a good option next week with Richmond and St Kilda. With St Kilda and Richmond. Bergman, I'm still nervous with Bergman. I know he's on 77, but I'm still nervous with him moving forward. Whitfield playing a weird role, makes the defensive line a bit more open with She's changing role as well. Top 6 a bit more spread out now, makes good for good fantasy decisions, says BAILSDT. Sean Wennell, got to say Ash is probably my pick of the season. Yeah, he's been a very, very good pick. Johnny Test, how good? Currently ranked 296 on a score of 1057. This is officially the highest I've ever been. Fingers crossed I didn't just jinx myself. Moonboy, same Sean, got Ash for the 125 in round 0, and it turned out to be a smash pick. Ian G, what made Rosie a good pick at the start? I faded him and it's killed me. What were the rest of you seeing at the start of the season? He was priced in the mid to high 90s, and we probably all thought he was a 105, and in a premium mid, that's a pretty good pick if you can get that value. Would you go Noble next week to Wanganeen or Wanganeen Miller? Sean, great trade. If you can go Noble to Nasiah, I'll do that. How many seconds are there? So we've still got 1 full quarter, Cooper. Dale or Clark, says LM. I'd go Dale. Marco, yep, don't ask next time if you can blame Bales. Yeah, hey, I cannot be held liable for any decisions. Uninstall the app and reinstall it, says Max. Bergman in the middle, and he's back on Daniels. So Bergman is in the midfield, which is good to see. If I was to hop off Bergman next week, would you go Nasiah or Butters? Probably Butters for the value, but you could go either or. Both have got a good options in their own right. I'm not going to have Clark, Johnson, Davidson, Lindsay counting for me this week. Oh, I'm going to have Clark, Johnson, Davidson, Lindsay counting for me this week, says BAILSDT. Yeah, there's some rough scores in there for a few people this week. Mo said Libba goes. Yeah, I think he can. Yep, I think he can. No, he's already had his buy, so it's hard to trade him. If you've got other issues to deal with them. But if Libba's like your biggest issue and you've got enough players playing next couple of weeks, then he could go. Marco, Berman can ton up in this role. Check his first few games. He scored well. I owned him to start. But he could also drop stinkers. I got lucky. I traded after his injury sub against the Hawks. Here's Bergman. That'll be a tackle for Bergman. That'll be another tackle for Bergman. See, I wonder if they'll add any of those tackles there. Like, he should get a 1 or even 2, but they didn't add them before, so. Thoughts on Sheldrick post buy for Ashcroft, says Figsy. Come on, Fonty, keep going, says Figsy. I don't know if I'd bring in Sheldrick now. He's probably going to be near 600k or over, so. Let's have a look at, did Bergman get any of those tackles? He got 1. Thought he might have got 2, but they got 1. They really haven't liked Bergman with his tackles tonight. They've tried to pay them, not pay them for him, so. Bloody Asava. Bergman's around the place. Get the handball. Handball to Bergman. Boak fumbled. Asava tried to fend off. That should be holding the ball. They didn't pay it. That's surprising. Except it's crazy that some people just do everything content creators say. Learn the scoring, watch footy, and see you scoring well all the time. Content creators can do is give you the options they think. Oh, yeah. Well, that's, I guess, what we do, right? Is we watch the footy, we do a podcast, we give our opinions on what we think about the players. But yeah, I would, like, anyone that's making decisions and that is just, yeah, I'd say that, yeah, follow your gut. Use the information you get from podcasts. It's great to listen to pods, right? There's a goal for Hogan, so back to 1 point, Port in front. So you just, I guess, follow the pods. Like, I listen to all the pods, and I ask when for I spend that I've got to make the call what trades I do. That's pretty much what we do, right? We're the ones that click the confirm trade button. So, thoughts on leaving Ashcroft to Riccardi or Myers, Bowie to Dale? I wouldn't be trading in Riccardi, Andrew. I don't mind getting Dale, though. Bowie to Dale could make a lot of sense. Myers has got to buy. I'm still on that. I'm not bringing Myers in. He's got a buy coming up. Same here, Bales, and I don't have Gorn, which I'm nervous about. Oh, I know you're talking about Bailey's comment before. Yeah, I should have probably realised when he said Bailey. Would you tick off Boxshore to Tom McCarthy and Bowie to Sinclair? If McCarthy debuts next week, yeah, you could do that. How long is Smith out for, says Figsy? Could be back next week. Berman, CBA. So Berman on Tom Green! And he's got a kick and a clearance. Why was he not on Tom Green from the start of the game? I don't understand. He should have been doing that role from the beginning of the game. There's a kick from Ash. Almost a +6 for Bergman. Just didn't quite get the bounce of the ball there. But still, Bergman got a kick, which is nice. What's Daniels on? He's on like 24 or something like that. But Figsy Smith should be back next week. Apparently, it's not very serious, so... Oh, that's a bad kick from Cadman there, out in the full. Trade Chad Warner or Ned Long next week. It's Ned Long out of the two. Chad Warner's near, if not a top 6 forward, whereas Ned Long won't be a top 8 mid. I don't think. He's done pretty well. I don't think he'd be a top 8 mid for me, surely. And out of bounds. So yeah, Bergman looks like he has moved to Tom Green now, which is why I don't understand why he wasn't on Tom Green from the start. Bergman isn't a hard watch. He's on 81. Good picks as Calum Fife. Chabby Bell. I said it before from Chabby Bell, the Warner or Ned Long out. Going to be a rough week with 5 premos out, says Bailey. Hopefully he can have some good scorers in the last few games and get to a good score. Nobody can predict injuries, etc., but good to get as much insight as possible, says Marco. Yeah, agreed. Crinkly cut. Bergman is just too good a mid to not keep there. His ability to tag and get disposed is great. Agreed. Sounds like Bergman is everywhere listening to Bales. I'm only focusing on bloody Bergman and Rosie. You should know this. They're the only 2 players I got. Bale says, pods are good to get a collective opinion and different ideas that content creators have. Bergman tried to sock off the ground. Didn't work. Don't know if Bergman just gave away a free kick then. Or was it Drew that gave away the free kick? He's back on Daniels' Castle Riches. Have to make informed decisions by your own eye. Still need to watch games to make your own decisions, says Baylor says. Yeah, agree with that. Most people have bigger issues than Ned Long, says Angus. Agreed. Why was he not on Tom Green at the start, says Lee Everett. Agreed. Getting a week out of the comp on trades is what propels you up the ranks. Yep, agreed. Don't know why I still have Short, but I think he'll go this week for Nasai, says Weary. Yep, that's a good trade to make. I'd be doing that one. Everyone is their own coach. Don't blame streamer, says Doug Fitzpatrick. He's back on. Daniel says Castle Richards. Do you like Berman's run and roll could stay midfield? If it's to stay midfield, I'd like it, but it could change week to week. So it's going to be nervous week to week. So that free kick wasn't against Berman. It was against Willem Drew. So Berman up to 84. Ash on 102 as well. So it's going to be crazy, the fact that I've been complaining about Bergman and he's going all right. So we'll see where he ends up. Make sure you guys keep smashing on video. So we're 3/4 of the way there. So we're on 75 likes. So we're 25 likes away from 100. So if you haven't liked it yet, please smash a like on the video. There's another kick for Berg. Holy crap, that is a boot. It's out in the full. God, that was a long kick. Anyone see that? From Bergman. That was like a 80-meter kick. Probably not 80, but it looked like a 70-meter kick. That went goalpost high, and he was about 60 out. That was a massive kick. Disappointing kick. Goal. That would have been massive, but massive not only for a goal, but also for points. Oh, Bergman just got hurt. I think it was just a stinger. I think he's okay. Moon Boy's happy with Madden. Just got to kick Berman, says Figsy. Madden seemed like a good trade into cover Marshall in hindsight, says Caleb. Yep. Yeah, it would have been a good move if you did that. So was Berman not on Brent Daniels? Baylor says that kick had pace on it, jeepers. Yeah, mate, it did. That's what I mean. It looked like a bloody friggin' bullet out of a gate. Like, ridiculous. Naz was at Norwood, Yachi Bales with a couple of my Port boys. Worried he'll come to the teal side. Yeah, I saw that. Still don't think it's a given that he's going to go to Port. I think, and I'm not saying it's because I'm a Crows fan, but if you look at the projects, Crows are obviously a lot closer to the finals than what Port are. Obviously, Port with a new coach and will rebuild. Did Berman go off? No, Berman's there. Okay, good. Berman's still on. And his uncle, Wayne Miller, plays for the Crows. So it'd just be interesting to see if he goes to the Crows to play with his uncle or if he wants to play with his best mate in Jace Burgoyne. So it'd be interesting to see where he goes. He might start St Kilda as well, right? Whatever he chooses, I'm not going to hold against him, right? If he chooses to go to Port, that's his own choice. It's his career, right? I would just love him at the Crows. Love him at the Crows. Smash the likes and tick little bell icon to be notified whenever Bale goes live or drops new content, says Moonboy. Mate, I need to start giving you some commission, mate. You smash in the comments. Appreciate it very much. But yes, smash like. We're up to 79. We're 21 away from 100 likes. Please smash like on the video. Bergman might get a touch here. Yep, Bergman's going to get a handball. Rosie, give the handball to Bergman. What are you doing? It's not a great kick. That's on the ball. Should be, yep. Just had a heart attack there when he grabbed his shoulder, says it's edge. Yeah, mate, I did as well. To be fair, though, he's on about 80-odd. So if something like that did happen, I'm looking at trading him out, potentially trading him out anyway. So it's like, well, if it did happen, then yeah. Anyone else picked up on the commentators reason he's saying on his hammer, or is it just me? Says Weary. I haven't noticed it, but maybe they're saying that a bit more. Rosie Mark. So +6 coming up for Rosie. He's got, if he goes to Burton up, he's going out wide to, is that Jackson? Yeah, Jackson. Kicks to Boak. Boat going board. Oh, no, that's Butters +6. So Butters is continuing to score decent. And here's Rioli. And did he miss that? Oh, it's free kick. I have the highest and lowest scoring player in my team. Thank you, best 18, says DJ. Surely Fonty goes to a 70, says Figsy. Yes, Whitfield kick into the exceptions. Simon Stats Catch just said that Smith is back next week. Oh, did they? Oh, there you go. So that's good. Nathan, g'day, Bales. How's Watchalong going? Happy with your week so far? Says Nathan. Yeah, decently happy at the moment so far. Oh, Rosie just landed pretty heavy. I don't know why that wasn't paid a mark. Think he'll be okay. But he landed pretty hard. I'm surprised they didn't pay the mark then. I started Bourbon and Stewart. This is painful to watch. This Simon Stacks. Is Rosie still on the ground? Says Chris. Yeah, Rosie's still on the ground, I think. And in some up Himmelberg. Butters or Sarong? Sarong has better runs, says Figsy. Still Butters. Still Butters. Sarong will still be the number one tag target. So I'm still going there. There's a Lear. Ball up. Whitfield, come on, mate, says Chris. We're up to 80 likes as well. So 20 likes away from 100. So please smash a like on the video. We're nearly there. Bergman's on green, says Figsy. Yes, it's good. Is Bergman a legit option next week, says Caleb. I don't think so. This has been a hard watch. I say hard watch, right? If that goes to Port, that'll be a Bergman tackle. No, it goes to Giants, so that won't be a tackle. Of course it won't. I don't know if I could recommend bringing him in. I know he scored well, but maybe someone else got a different opinion of it. But, yeah. He's doing well without the Bedford takes exceptions. How's the Giants ruckman rookie going? Says Chris. He's going all right. Yep, scoring all right. He's on 72, so he's going well. Man, those marks would have been Mariah's points if he played, says Bay Lolacidis. I wonder if he'll be subbed on. I wonder if they'll sub him on or not. Bedford tackling Bergman then. So tackling Tagger. So now Bedford's on Josh Kelly. So he's clearly not really taking. He's probably just manning up on someone around the stoppages. That's holding the ball. Riccardi's taken the advantage and a Sava intercept mark. Madden a good trade in. No tank though, but points per minute's nice, says Sean. Agreed. Mariah has just come on and just been subbed on. Mark for Joe Richards. Switch it into the middle, please. But Bergman's probably on this side. Port haven't... Go to Bergman. Or go to Burton or something. Switch the ball. They don't look ever to switch the ball. Port. They just go down the line. There's never any switches open. Do they even know what a switch is? Incredibly frustrating. Baylor says, Farad, he's on Moz myself. Yeah, it would have been better if he didn't get subbed on, actually, because now his cash gen is cooked a bit. Switch it, Sava. Switch it. He's looking to switch a bit, so Finlayson's been subbed out. They just see what I mean. They don't look like they ever want to switch it. And that's a crap kick as well. At this point, don't sub. Oh, I didn't even see that comment, Bar. You said don't sub him on so he doesn't lose cash. Go, the Burger Man says the Glaze of Blaze. If Long tons up again this week, do we have to hold over his bar or does he just go sideways to Butters? Probably depends on where your team's at. But if he tons up, a lot of people will hold. Did you just say Bedford on Josh Kelly? So I meant Bergman on Josh Kelly if I said that. Sorry, I got that wrong. Sorry, Nathan. Keep going. Bergmaster says be young. They just showed Mariah on screen after he finished asking if they're going to use the subs exceptions. Oh, did they really? There you go. Is Archie Roberts an option? Not for me, Andrew. DJ, just me or anyone else think Finlayson just played his last game of AFL footy? I think he'll still be there. Berman's on 89. Just want those final 11 points to get him to the ton. Rosie 110 as well is obviously very, very nice. Madden goes of 3 minutes into the quarter and still on the bench. Oh, goes off 3 minutes in the quarter and still on the bench. Yeah, well, obviously they're probably wanting to play a smaller team at the moment. And probably they're happy with Riccardi in the ruck at the moment because against Vicentini. He might not... I wonder if he'll come back on just with the game. Maybe they want a smaller team because they're down by 2 points. I don't know. I thought he's actually looked all right, Madden. And who was that? Someone could have handballed a Bergman, but they decided to just essentially put it up in the air. Like, that was stupid. And rush behind. We're looking at Tom Stewart and Mills going forward, says B. Young. Mills was still in defence. He wasn't in the midfield, so I didn't love his role. And Stewart is an option. Obviously, just has a bye coming up. That's the only thing with him. You probably wouldn't want Stewart out of best 18, to be honest. Come on, Berman. Call for the ball, mate. Glad I got Mills before everyone will target him in round 15, says Figsy. I think a lot of people will target him because he's cheap and he just put up a ton. But it was against Richmond, played in defence. I don't even know if he had any CBAs. I'd have to have a look at that. Here's Bergman. Bergman kick. Bergman's into the 90s now. We're still 20 likes away from 100, so we still have 9 minutes to the quarter. So if you haven't liked it already, if you've got second account, third account, and can get us to 100, be good to get to the 100 before the game finishes, if possible. So if you haven't liked it yet, please smash a like on the video. And there's Marais. Marais going for goal. That's his first goal, I reckon. I'm pretty sure that's his first goal. I think he's missed like 4 or 5 chances. Marais with a goal. I think that's his first goal. Maybe Mills was back there just because Robert's out, so we'll have to see if Robert's in. He said exceptions. Yeah, something to watch. Yep. Cherry line 123.5 under or over. I'm going to take the over. How much cash would McAuliffe and Berman and Myers make, says Figsy. I'm not sure. No CBAs for Mills, but 2 kickouts. Oak, not sure on Mills as an option. Played at the back, not mid, and likely had a very inflated score with Roberts out. Yeah, but if Roberts is in, does he play in the midfield? That's what I'm probably keen to see. Hones VC earlier. You beauty, says Sean. Yeah, congrats, mate. Figsy, thoughts on Gorn Captain and Cherry VC? Yep, I like it. Yep, tick from me. Baylos says, super sub, make me some cash. Yeah, no, good goal from him there. First goal, obviously. Berman on 92. Berman in the midfield on Daniels now. So he goes from Daniels to Green. If this was the role he was playing all game, it'd be fine. Think that's a Bergman tackle, but again, I can't say with any confidence the way that they've been not giving him his tackles tonight. That they did play that holding the ball. I've hardly noticed Jace Bergwijn tonight. Fonte on Bale's screen. Yeah, there you go. He's on. Actually, he is actually. Yeah, +6 for Rosie coming up. What was your view on Bailey Smith missing two of 4 games? I held. You could have traded. I was fine with trading, but I was more on the camp of holding. But if he was to miss next week, then it was a good decision to trade. But the only reason I didn't trade him out was because also you got to then bring him back in. He's expensive, so. Yep, so they didn't give that tackle to Bergman. So see what I mean? Like I don't understand what they sometimes deem a tackle or not. I traded to Myers, says B. Will you be happy with the ton on debut? Brian Som's great. Bloody Marais comes on last minute. I'm just throwing cash away every week with these subs. So hopefully subs are gone next year, so it can make it easier for us because it's been incredibly difficult when our players keep getting subbed out. That was a tackle for Butters. That's a tackle for Bergman. That is definitely a tackle for Bergman. Me and Has with Fonte. Beauty, says Figsy. Bergman must be playing mid without tagging, says Nathan. At the moment, he's not really tagging at the moment, which is good. Free kick against Madden, I think it is. So Wines here. If you traded Smith, Roberts and Marshall this week, your team isn't going anywhere. That's why I held Smith and Marshall to upgrade a rookie, says Moon Boy. Yeah, good point. So I think Berman's on 96. Yep, 96 for the Berg. Nearly on a ton. With 7 minutes to go. Yeah, cool, I've caught up to the chat. I was just making sure I caught up with everything. Wines, that's coming back. That could almost be the goal that's given Port the win. They're up by 13 points now. Would love Berg to match Stewart's score, says B. Young. What did Stewart get in the end? 110. Figsy, can we bring in Sheasel and Whitfield later on, or do we wait till after bye? You wait for Whitfield till after bye. Sheasel, you just want to see what his role is tomorrow. If he's playing midfield tomorrow, I think he's a target. But if he's playing forward, He's not a target. I was against O'Halloran that free kick, by the way. Khan the Pest says Bay Little Acetus. Yeah, so what do we got? So Madden is on 73. Midfield's up to 81 now, so he's getting going. Lockie Ash has only had 3 points this quarter, so he's been really quiet. How long left in the game, says Random Clips. 6 minutes 43. Port up by 13. So still definitely got a game, but Port have definitely got are in a good spot. Bergman on Daniels in this CBA as well. So yeah, Drew. I think Bergman was only on green when Drew was off the ground, I would imagine. Oh, Madden fumbled. That's a bad fumble. Oh, big hip and shoulder from Tom Green there on Power Pepper. Here's Bergman. Oh, they're playing a free kick to Giants and Bergman was going to go for goal. Oh, piss off, you stupid umpire. He was going to go for goal then. Whether he got it or not, I'm not sure, but that's annoying. I think Colby's playing halfback and Sheasel mid-forward, says Figsy. We'll see tomorrow. Has best part is if Port win, they won't change the recipe for the Bergman, says Has. There's a mark for Tom Green. So Tom Green, that'll be the ton for Tom Green. And he goes to O'Halloran. Madden being very average fantasy aside, I think he's dropped after by the exceptions. Need Whitfield 3 more touches for 3K, says Random Clips. What, you need Whitfield to get 3 touches to win $3,000? Random Clips, is that the case? Because that's massive. We are on 89 likes. We're nearly there. 11 likes. We're 11 likes away. So if you haven't smashed a like yet, please do. We're very close to 100. If you can do that, that'd be very much appreciated. Bales, are you one of those Crows fans who hates Port? Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Port. Hate's a strong word. Not a huge fan of it. But I can't hate them, right? Because I've got players in my fantasy team. And I cheer them on. So if I hated Port, I wouldn't pick any Port players. You got go to Bergman. I think he's going to go to Bergman here. Go to Burton. Go to Bergman. He's literally got Brent Daniels as a matchup. That was just stupid. I know that Burgoyne ended up marking it in the end, but he's going towards Bergman. Oh, it's gone over his head. And Bergman's going to take it out. He hasn't been any worse than Briggs, says Carter Richards. Yeah, he's my last leg, says Random Clips. Well, mate, I hope we're cheering you on. Hopefully you can get it done. Still 5 minutes to go. We're on 92 likes as well, so we're 8 away. If you haven't liked it yet, please do. We only need 8 likes to get to our 100. Tom Green tackles Rosie. Arguably could have got a free kick there, Rosie. Bedford free kick. And Bergman would have got a bloody tackle on McMullen there if that wasn't smothered. I traded in Bergman this week too. Does he normally play this much time on ground? It must have been off once the whole game. Yeah, he went off once in the first half. Hasn't been off since. Yeah. There's a tackle for Bergman. Would better be a bloody tackle because they've been really stingy on Bergman's tackles this game. Give it to Bergman. He got a handball just. So he's either on 98 or 102, Bergman. Pray for at least 85 from Madden, says Sean. Solly Stalwarts, Toby Green, what a fraud. Yeah, he copped a massive, massive corky. Well, they haven't added that handball for Bergman yet, which I don't understand how he's only on 96. He's on at least 98 or 102. Unless it just hasn't adjusted on my screen yet. Only team I've avoided so far is Gold Coast in Fantasy, said Henry V. Can you tell me when there's 3 seconds left so I can cash out if he doesn't come through, says Random Clips. Yep, we'll do. If I remember. Bergman. Mark Bergman, yes! The ton! He's tonned up! How? How has he tonned up? He's been good tonight. Maybe he stays. Maybe he stays. Maybe. Yeah, so it definitely hasn't refreshed because it hasn't had the plus. Oh, hang on, here it is. So he's on 102. So he should be on 104. They haven't added the handball yet, which he definitely got because if he didn't, it would have been holding the ball. Whitfield disposal, a random clips. There's a Whitfield disposal, so he needs 2 more. Castle Richards, how the actual hell has he done it? Yeah, I know. Oh, Vicentini, you idiot! Bloody just spoiled it away from Bergman, who would have marked it. Idiot. Berman's had 3 roll chains in the first half and came through, says B. Young. This is tough watching Nash 3-point quarter, says LM. Yep, he's been very, very quiet in this quarter. Is Jake Bowie to Bergman, Archer Reid to McMullen, or Dan Curtin? Not sure what the question is there, Andrew, in terms of the trades. I'm a bit confused there, but Burn must trade, lol, says Marco. Yeah, maybe not anymore. Solly Storts probably should have traded him straight away. Oh, well, I guess he probably got to go. Yeah, he's got to go. He's got a buy coming up anyway, so he can go. Port chip kick to Bergman, says Figsy. I hope that he does more. Ash doesn't have that 120 ceiling, but just always gets 95 to 115. Bergman Ton Baby says has. Joe Richards, no point. Yeah, no point going quick. Go back to Bergman. He's gone out to Burn Jones. Whitfield needs 1 more, I think, for his 3K. Random Clip says he needs 1 more touch. You've still got 2.5 minutes to go. Take this Rosie VC over Cherry Captain tomorrow, says Weary. I'll have a look at the score after Weary, but ask me again when the game's done, because then I'll let you know. Whitfield. Oh, he went out of bounds, and it's holding the ball. Fucking hell. I thought he was going to get the touch then. He got caught holding the ball. All he had to do was just quickly get a handball away. Surely keeping Bergman or still a trade. Oh, he's probably got to stay with a ton, but yeah. What score do I take from Rosie with X to come, says Chris. We'll have a look at that after when it's done. Commentary really talking him up. Surely Bergman post-match interview. Are they talking him up at the moment? As my trades, Jake Bowie to Mills, Bergman either Archer Reid or McMullen to Dan Curtin. Yeah, McMullen can go to Curtin. Yep, and Bowie to Mills. Yeah, don't mind that. Hurry up, Richard, so Bergman can keep going, says Figsy. What was Witt thinking, says Nathan. And that's a goal for Joe Richards. That'll be the game. 1.5 to go. But they did add that handball for Bergman as well, so he's on 104. I think he should be near 110. With a few tackles have definitely not been added. Butters has turned up as well, so he's a big target next week. Not going to go down as much as what I thought he was going to. I thought he was going to go down a lot more, but he's still going to be cheap, right? He's still going to be just over 900, so they just keep bringing him up here and there in a good way, says Johnny Test. Anderson to Butters for me, says B. Young. I don't know if I'd trade Anderson. I'd still hold him. He's still going to be a pretty good player to hold, so I'd be holding. Bergman in another CBA next to Daniels. See, I've liked this second half from Bergman. He's been in the midfield pretty much the whole half. Port last won at Manuka Oval in 2014. Yeah, right. Long time. What would Madden price be after this game? Is he a must-have, or is it like an Angus Clark type with one good matchup? He would be about 280. 280k, what he would be. 1.5 to go. Random clips. We're riding this with Whitfield to hopefully get that last touch for you. 1.5 to go. Butters, give it to Bergman. Jace Bergman didn't even look. He just had his head down. And they go to Wines instead. Go to Bergman. Or go long so Whitfield can get that last touch. Now Joe Richards is getting +6s. Stop. Where's Bergman? I just want 1 more +6 to get the 110. 1 more +6 to get the 110. Go to Bergman. Where's Whitfield? Sam Taylor, give it. Where's Whitfield? Where is he? I don't even know where he is. Still got 42 seconds, 41 seconds to go. Random clips. Berg, did he have the role we wanted? Haven't been watching. So second half he has. Joint test, has Berg come off this quarter? No, he hasn't come off since the first quarter. Where's Whitfield? Tom Green doing the ruck work here apparently. Is Whitfield off at the moment? I think Whitfield's off at the moment. Random clips, I'll be cashing out. I think Whitfield's off. Cash out. He's lining up for goal. Line up for goal. Cash out if you can. Where's Whitfield, says Nathan. And that's a miss. He's missed it. So it's 15 seconds to go, but trade him out. Oh, sorry. Cash out if you can. Random clips. Are we happy with Berg, or is he a trade out still, says Grover? Oh, he's probably a hold now with the ton. Rosie, please go to Bergman. I just want one more +6. And he's going to go the other way, isn't he? Rosie, stop doing that. Go to Bergman. No, he's going the other way. I think that'll be it. That'll be where it stops. Sam Taylor intercept mark. And that will be the game. We are on 93 likes as well, so we're only 7 likes away. So if you haven't liked it, please do. Please smash a like on the video. We'll take that 80 from Madden, says Moonboy. Rosie Green and Bergman for the win, says the Glazer Blaze. Go long, says Nathan. Should I change Sheasel to Nasai this week as I have 20 playing still? No, I wouldn't be bringing in a premium this week. It's on buy. Just go Sheasel. Even though I would want Nasai long term. Has Daniel 60 points and a half a footy? Probs would have turned up if he played the full game. Is he a pod for a 700k forward if he's healthy and avoids the vest? Maybe post buys, but he's got the round 16 buy. I wouldn't be going there now. Random clip says suspended. Oh, well, you win something. Oh, that's what I hate when they do that. They suspend it when the game's nearly done, when you can cash out. That's annoying. One disposal short. And he should have had it if he got rid of it. Yeah, sorry, random clips, mate. Sorry. How much did you put on the bet? How much did you lose? Burgers had the buy. You wouldn't trade until round 17, surely, says Moonboy. Berg over Bont this week. Didn't picture it going this well, says Grover. 991 from 8. VC, lower score, not bad. So, Sean, you had the Holmes VC, I'm pretty sure, I think you said. Kane 5. Apart from Rosie, not a very high-scoring game. Cheers to you and the lads for putting me into Bergman this week, says Kent Hodder. Well, you're welcome, but I the roll first half was bad. This roll second half was definitely much better. So, LM Butters survived the Bedford take pretty nicely. Lock him in for next round. 100%. Butters in next round has to happen. But let's go through these scores. And we're also on 98 likes. We're only 2 likes away from 100. So please smash a like. We just need 2 more. Got nearly 100 people watching, so appreciate everyone tuning in. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, make sure you do. We're less than 80 away from 4,000 subscribers. So that was our big goal at the start of the year, and we may hit it before the end of the buys, which is amazing. So if you haven't subscribed, please do. Scores, let's have a look. Rosie, 121, very, very nice there. 92% game time as well. 1 goal, 3, obviously could have been even bigger, but 121, very nice. Tom Green, 109. Very nice score from him, but again, 31 touches, but didn't have that massive ceiling score. But still 109, still good. You take that. Buckley, 108. Ash, 105. Disappointing just because he was on 99 at 3/4 time. Just the 6 points in the last quarter. I believe that's Lockie Ash's first score between 100 and 109. I think he's either turned up and gone 110 or gone under 100. So, Butters, 104. Big target next week. Massive target as he's played, gone to his bye, and he's now cheap. Miles Bergman, 104, obviously complaining all the first half, but second half was really good. 96% game time for Bergman as well. Pretty crazy. Wines, 92 there. Wines saved his score as well. 60% Tog for 92 for Wines. Boke, 87 as well. Good for draft. Whitfield, 86. Disappointing from Whitfield. He'll drop in cash again. Sam Taylor, 84. There you go. Couldn't be a watch on without Sam Taylor going well. Nick Madden, 81 from 6% total. That's a pretty good score. Obviously, good matchup as well. Fonte, 74. That's pretty decent if you've got him as a rookie. Vicentini, 69. That's all right if you've got him for some cash gen. Farrell, 67. That was poor. Jackson, 62. That's okay if you've got him. Could be an option. But yeah, Brent Daniels, 54 and 42% game time was pretty nice. O'Halloran only got 50. That's a failed pick if you went for him. Unfortunately, yeah, a couple bad scores. And then, yeah, Toby Green was obviously the story with 20. And, yeah, literally, Marais played and he had one involvement. That was kicking a goal. Mark and goal. So 12 points for him is there. So, but, yeah. And we just passed 100 likes. So, very much appreciate everyone that smashed a like on the video. Very much appreciated. But, yeah, all in all, 2 players, 2 tons. I cannot complain with that. Going to need 3 forwards next week, says Alex. Smith, O'Halloran, and Levi all tradable. Oh, Alex, apparently someone said before that Geelong apparently said Bailey Smith will be back next week. So, Alex, you're all fine with him. But, yeah, O'Halloran needs to go. Levi can go. O'Halloran needs to go. Levi can stay if he has to, but he can also go. If we're putting the VC, if we're VCing Cherry, hypothetically, it doesn't go well, are you putting the C on Martin or Dacos? Dacos for me. But yeah, people were asking about the Rosie VC, you take it or not? I'd be taking 121. I'd just bank the 120. Okay, yes, Cherry could go 140. You lose 19 points. Worst case. So I would just be banking the points. 121 is, even Calvin said, anything over 120 you take. So I'd be taking the 121 from Rosie as your VC. What were your trades in the end, says Alex Forrester. So my trades, I went Roberts to Bont, Lindsay to Bergman, and Connor Stone to Hardiman. That's what I ended up doing. So happy with those trades. Hopefully Hardiman can go well tomorrow as well. Mitch, do you think Berg will tag these mid-forward players the next 3 games? Got Melbourne, so Pickett, Sydney, Warner, Carlton, maybe Cripps. I think he probably goes to Heaney in the Sydney game, which would be mostly midfield, I'd imagine. He could go to Petrarca or Pickett. I'm not sure, but he played a lot of midfield. And I think he'll still play a decent amount of midfield moving forward. So if he's doing this job moving with these players around the ground, I think he'll still be all right. I think we got a little bit kissed with the score tonight. It was a good score. But hopefully he can continue it moving forward. Power have 3 games at Adelaide in a row now. Butters is a must-have, says Marco. Yeah, I think Butters is a massive target next week. He's probably the number 1 midfield target next week for sure. And we hit the ton for the stream. Congrats, Bales. Thanks, LM. Appreciate it. Is Whitfield a trade with this variable role? How many players have you had play and watch your score, Bales? I'll go into sec. Brisbane Bloods would score, but Whitfield's a hold. It'll turn at some point. He can't keep playing this role. It'll turn. There's no point trading him out. I think he's still a top 6. What do you think a pass score would be this week, says Detonator? I think it's still too early to tell what a pass score would be, to be honest. I'm not exactly sure. Probably low. It won't be as high as last week, just because there'll be a lot of low scores counting for people this week. So let's have a look. I'll have a look at what I'm in terms of my score at the moment. So I'm currently on 926. So I've had Rosie 121, Holmes 146, Bice 93, Dawson 109, Bont 91, Bergman 104, Warner 80, Rankin 68, Ashcroft 63, and Lohman 51. So how many players that's? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I've had 10 play for 926. But if my bottom 3 scorers, which is technically at the moment, my bottom 3 scorers is Lohman, Ashcroft, and Rankin. So my lowest score at the moment is the Warner 80, and then outside that, everyone's over 90 so far, which is good. But I've still got Hardiman, Carroll, Clark, Finn O'Sullivan. They've all still got to play. And I expect all those to not count. So I'm expecting some of these 60s to be scoring for me. But it's been a good start regardless. So rankings 9, 7, 6, 8, which is pretty good. I didn't drop tonight because a lot of people would have had probably 3 players in this game, not the 2. 42,000 for the round. So which is good there. So how's the matchup going with Lemon? I don't think we've had many different. So Yeah, so we both obviously had Rosie, both had Berman. So I'm 300 points up, and he's got Dacos, Caldwell, Merritt, Chera to come. And I've got Hardiman, Carroll, Foss to come. So I've got 3 rookies. He's got 4 primos, but I'm 300 points up. So it's going to be interesting to see where it lands. I'm hopeful to get the win, but we've both got the same VC and captain, so we're pretty much going to be the same there. So it's going to come down to his players versus mine. Where were we? Thanks, Bales, for the Bergman advice, says Lee Everett. All good, mate. Happy to help. Obviously, I was complaining a lot in the first half, but happy that he got there in the end. Alex Forrester. I did Bice to Hardiman, Simpson to Lohman, and Roberts to Rosie. Think I've done well as I changed from Bont to Rosie last minute. Yeah, Alex, they're great. They're good trades. I like those trades. Happy with that very much, says Lee Everett. What's your best options under 500k, says Nathan. Hardiman, if you're talking about this week. Next week, I'm not sure. Trading Bice really hurts, says Alex. Oh, no, mate, it's fine. I'm trading next week anyway. He's played on a wing. It was fine. It's fine. 12-14 so far with Dacos, Long, Chera, Gorn, Cherry, Martin, Petrarca to come. I don't have any port players in my team. We'll get Butters next week, says DJ. If your rooks go well, you'll get him, says Grover. But yeah, we're talking about Angus Clark, Matt Carroll, Finn O'Sullivan. Like, these are rookies that I don't have much confidence going much over 50, let alone putting up a fieldable score. Maybe Angus Clark could go okay on a wing, but the other two I don't. Hardiman might go okay, but yeah, if his players go well, then he might get me. But we'll have to see. Top rookies for the week yet to play. Already got Hardiman. Any other options under 500k? You got Ed Allen, who's 480, but he could be sub. But he's got a -2 break in and a bye next week. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly who's. So we got North and West Coast. There's no one really there. Carlton and Essendon. Cooper Lord's like 560. It probably is Ed Allen that's left to come in terms of who's to come. Nathan. Ed Allen will probably be a pick. Ashcroft to Butters for me next week, says Lee Everett. Yeah, that will probably be a pretty common trade. And that means I'll probably be keeping Ned Long through his bye, if that's what I do, unless I trade both. Like, Bice down and go 2 up. I literally could go Ashcroft side. Actually, at this stage, if Doherty does well, I'll go Carroll down, Ned Long to Butters, and Ashcroft to Doherty. But that would mean keeping Bice. So maybe if Carroll's named again next week, maybe I'll just trade Bice. I'm not sure. Something like that. Iteration of those trades. Thoughts on Grain recently? He's been going berserk, says Alex. He's been fantastic. I just don't know if I could trade into him. Cherry, Gorn, Marshall, they're your 3 that you want. And English, sorry, as well. They're the 4 you want. Grundy has been great, though, which is good because I drafted him in the Survivor Bolter League. Slider Survivor. I drafted Grundy, so I'm pretty happy. Where am I? Mitch Brayshaw, Butters next week. Will Butters break in and still be in the hundreds? It's Butters next week for sure. Butters is cheaper. He's in the 900. Butters should not be where he's priced at. It's only because he got the 46 against Mullen. Butters is a great target. You bring Butters in next week. Grover, got a bit lucky. Get a bit lucky. You'll be all right. 300 ahead. Get a bit lucky with his not going well. Chera, good for 80 to 100, but not much more. Caldwell, scary. Yeah, Caldwell could go well. Yep. I've got Hardiman, Caleb Daniel, and Sheasel. There's just no way they all ton up. If Sheasel plays mid-forward, Hardiman and Daniel could go all right. But yeah, they probably don't all ton up. Fevelenko, thought I was screwed, but removing Lohman's 51 leaves 9 players at 9.13, so still average over 100 per player at the moment with VC and C up my sleeve, says Fevelenko. That's good, mate. Sean, still have 10 to come tomorrow. Barely any players playing the first few days. Got Kennedy, Bont, and Madden in this week. Could have been better with Bont, but pretty happy. Yep, no, nicely done there, Sean. Lee Everett, Doherty, and Butters will be popular next week if Doherty does well. Agreed. Mitch Finn sitting here after arriving in Bali, the Savo, to the sniff out news. Is that holiday ruined? If you had cover for him, it's fine. He'll be back next week. So, update on Horn, France, and McRae. Well, it sounds like Horn, France, and McRae probably back next week. So, LM, I like Ned Long too much to trade in, plus a breather by a guarantee. Some nice tog for West Coast. Yep, no, it could be a good point there, LM. Marco, Gawn to Grundy off his bye, because Gawn has O'Brien, Big O, and X off the bye. I think Gawn out on his buys is a play to Marshall, I think. Mitch Finn, no cover, no plain Wi-Fi. Well, how many have you got? Did you have... If you've still got 21 and you've only got 20 then this week, Mitch, it's still fine. But if you only had 18 and you've got a donut, obviously that does hurt a bit. I reckon we're pretty much done. We're almost done. We got, 103 likes. Appreciate everyone that's liked it as well. Very much appreciate it. Wonder if there'll be any updates of Bourbon. Maybe a tackle or two added. That would be nice. But I reckon I will wrap up there. It is 10 o'clock. I haven't had dinner yet. And we have been going, obviously, live for over 3 hours, 10 minutes. So I will wrap up now. I adjusted from Madden, Rosie, and Doc to McKercher, Doc, and Hardiman in order to get better numbers. Yep, if you got to do that, that's fine. I'd still prefer Doherty over McKercher, but if you've got to do it, then that's fine. Oh, sorry. You got McKercher, Doherty, and Hardiman. Okay, yep, right. I get you. Sarong to Walsh, or stay with Hardiman from O'Connell. You go O'Connell to Hardiman. You get some cash gen there. Sarong, you want him next week, and Walsh is no guarantee. So you do O'Connell to Hardiman. Be Young. Grover, thanks, Bales. Appreciate all the content. Thank you, mate. B Young says, night. Good night, mate. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers, Bales, as always. Thanks, Todd. Appreciate it. Thanks, Bales, says Moonboy. See you tomorrow. Thanks, Moonboy. Actually, we might do a watch-along tomorrow night. We might be able to do a watch-along tomorrow night, if anyone's keen. Because there'll be no pod tomorrow, and we'll do Carlton Essendon. Maybe. I'm not sure if I'll do one. I might just want to have the night off, but we'll see. We might do one tomorrow night. So just stay tuned. I might do one for the Carlton Essendon game tomorrow night. Marcus says, cheers, Bales. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. But yeah, appreciate everyone tuning in as always. Make sure you do smash a like if you haven't already. And also do subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. We are closing in on 4,000 subscribers. We are 71 away from 4,000. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. We are getting close to that elusive 4K club. So if you can help us reach that, that'll be appreciated. I need your luck for a big game for Nick Martin, says LM. Alex Forrester, cheers, Bales. Thanks, mate. Good work again, Bales. Cheers. Thanks, Vevolenko. But yeah, appreciate everyone tuning in, as always. Yeah, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Yeah, hopefully you guys have had a good round so far, and looking forward to tomorrow. So thank you, everyone, and have a good rest of your night. See ya.